One of the big values and one of the big reasons why we love doing the live streams in general is because it gives us a chance to really spend time and hang out with you, talk with you, and just, I don't know, hang out together as a theorist community. It is our goal today to address every single
thing that comes in
who has donated via the super chat, because again, this is all about you guys getting heard, you guys getting all of our attention dedicated to you. Hey, Chris, will you jump into my email and let Phil know that I am going to be late for dinner because it's probably going to take me an hour plus to drive to dinner and we're running late. So thank you.
Thank you.
Because I want to make sure we get through everything.
Okay.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game. Hey, guys, and welcome to a special edition of GTLive.
Yes. Special edition GTLive, everyone. Ask us anything.
Yes, one of the big values and one of the big reasons why we love doing the live streams in general is because it gives us a chance to really spend time and hang out with you, talk with you, and just, I don't know, hang out together as a theorist community. YouTube rolled out that new feature, Super Chat. We ran a poll for an entire week across a lot of different live streams asking you guys how you felt about the feature.
Yeah, we took it really seriously. We ran a poll every single day, and we got literally hundreds of thousands of responses, I think, right?
Yeah. And what happened across those 100,000 responses, we thought that far and away people would be like, oh, no, we don't want this. But it was actually a lot more divided than we thought. It was actually a 60% to 40% split.
60% of you said, no, you don't want Super Chat because it involves money, and that's, that's always a weird issue for people, right? And it's weird for us. But 40% of you were like, no, we want to try Super Chat. We want Super Chat to be a thing on GT Live because it helps us get more attention, or if there's a really important question that you want to ask us or something really important that you want to say, it's a way of guaranteeing that we'll definitely see it when the chat goes incredibly fast, and Twitter is, well, who checks Twitter? I mean,
right? Come on. Seriously.
Come on.
Let's try out once every while a Super Chat live stream, so that way those who do want that feature and who do want that guaranteed opportunity to have themselves be seen during the live stream, that they can use it, right?
Yep.
So today is the first of those tests.
And this is a one-day only event. This is not like a here on out thing. Tomorrow Super Chat will not be on.
Yeah.
This is a one-time event, and we want it to be a special event.
One time, we might do it every once.
Maybe we'll do it every couple months or something like that, but this is not like a regular thing. We want this to be a really special event. Okay, so we've already got 5 here, so we should keep going. We should get going.
So in the order that we're seeing them, first, it is Crystallis Aurora.
Crystallis Aurora, thank you. This is awesome.
Thank you for your donation. And will you do an actual playthrough of Oxenfree?
We did kind of a janky playthrough where we refused to talk to anyone, and then Matthew got grumpy during the stream. Will we do an actual playthrough of Oxenfree?
Probably not. Unfortunately, no. So a lot of times on live stream we'll test out games to play, and a lot of times, especially for the live experience, the ones that are very talk heavy on our part are very difficult to, I don't know, we sometimes have a hard time with those, I'd say, because we also want to interact with you, so balancing out us talking with interacting with you, and I know,
oh my God.
With all of that stuff. That's the fundamental challenge,
right? That one we had a really hard time balancing, actually talking to you guys and playing the game. Okay.
So we did it.
Yes.
It's a great game. But as far as the live stream game, I'm not 100% sure.
We're just seeing them roll in, and I'm like, oh no.
Secondly,
okay. Antic. Thank you so much. Antic. And your logo is beautiful.
You do have a really stellar
cool.
channel logo.
Hello, Matt and Steph. I'm Kyle, longtime viewer and short-time YouTuber. In 3 months, I've gotten up to 200 subs and 10,000 views, which is amazing.
Well done.
Awesome. I have the most respect for you and your channel. Can you give advice on doing, I guess it's just on doing YouTube?
Yeah.
And if you like my channel layout,
we
may have to follow up to check your channel layout.
Can't click over to
we can't click. We can't click directly to you.
Hold on. Let me see.
Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Here,
oh my gosh.
Let me look at Antic's
Okay,
channel.
really quick.
Antic. Here we go. Go.
Oh jeez. Antic channel.
Antic channel. Shoot! That's still not it.
It is a no.
Antioch?
It is Antioch.
Oh,
Antioch.
I called it.
Okay.
Antioch. Called it.
Antioch channel.
Called it, Steph.
Okay.
There it is. Oh, sweet.
Woo.
Woo. Hey, you should show
Gaming
this
and
up.
how-tos. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. 233 subscribers. Yeah. Woo woo.
Let's
Reading
see.
your comments. Oh man.
So real quick, your logo is awesome.
Yeah.
You're using horizontal shelf layouts, which is good.
That's great.
You should have shelves that are divided by subject matter.
Yeah.
Because right now all I have are your uploads and popular uploads, but I don't know, like, hey, if you're doing tech tutorials or a Pokemon playthrough or a FNAF playthrough or a T-Jock in this case,
yeah,
I want them divided. I don't necessarily, like, they should be better separated so I can navigate your channel better.
But you're doing looks like a video a day, which is awesome. So keep that up. Keep up the consistency, and your glasses are really stylish.
And lastly, watch your thumbnails. Right now, like,
there's a lot going on.
Your Pokemon ones, it's very small and zoomed out, so remember, people look at thumbnails in a very small style.
Yeah.
So you want, like, a big face or a big Pokemon or something in there.
Yeah.
So that'll just help click through, right? Or even just the big Pokeball. You have the Pokeballs right here.
Yeah, just blow it up real big.
Yeah, blow it up real big. You don't necessarily need the logo in there. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
Done. Next.
Woo, thank you. What?
Spectrum Blast Gaming. Why do people sell common retro games for so much?
Usually, if they're selling them for a lot, they usually either think that they're really rare or they are actually really hard to find.
Yeah, so Spectrum Blast Gaming, I think what it boils down to is either the games that they are selling are super rare ones, like the Nintendo World Championships, which are sold for like $10,000, which is crazy.
Yeah.
If you are talking about common retro games, I think it's people just don't realize how valuable or not valuable they are. It's just like, look at this rare old game, and it's, you know, like Super Mario Brothers, and everyone has a copy of that.
Yeah, it's worth like 50 cents.
Yeah, but because people don't know better and don't know to look this stuff up at flea markets or whatever, they're like, oh, we're going to get a lot of money off of this, and, you know,
and
sometimes
that's what happens.
they do.
It's great. The gaming, like, resale is crazy.
It is. It's
Amira
insane.
Sago, just thank you. You didn't send a question, but you're awesome.
Yeah,
thank
Amira
you.
Sago, thank you. James Porter, thank you. Game Theory has brought us some of the greatest YouTubers ever. Thank you.
Woo,
Matt.
that's awesome. Clap and half to
Thank
you, my
James.
friend.
That's really sweet of you to say. I really appreciate that.
Matthias Stipsovic has a bit of a meta comment here. How do you use the super chat? Oh, wait.
Matthias Stipsovic, I think you figured out how to use the super chat. Well done.
Well
done.
Fiery Pixel Gamer, thanks for participating in today's stream.
Twilight Master. Twilight Master is Mangle / Funtime Foxy, male or female?
Oh, ready go, ready go.
I knew that.
We knew we'd get the hard balls. We knew we'd get the hard balls.
Only the hardest questions. Mangle, Funtime Foxy, male.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I think so too.
100% male.
I think so too. You can tell on his cut jawline.
Yeah, is that the giveaway there, Steph?
Are you gonna do the old
deciding factor?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Totally.
Right?
No.
I feel a little stubble. It's all right.
No, definitely a male. So, yes, I would say 100% there.
Issue to rest.
Fiery Pixel Gamer, thank you for your donation.
Thank you.
Oh, we already said that.
Yep.
Amira Sago, again.
Again, awesome.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. I know.
Jumped ahead.
I know, it's really bad. Okay.
Noah
Salmon. Hey, guys. It's my last day of summer, and you guys have made it so much fun for me. I was wondering what you guys' favorite games of all time are.
Favorite game of all time.
Man. Okay.
For me, it is a tie between Chrono Trigger and Earthbound. Both are phenomenal RPGs from the SNES era. They're great. If you haven't played them, they hold up so well to this day. Steph.
Okay, and mine is a tie between vanilla World of Warcraft.
Ooh, vanilla. Okay.
I know. It was retro. It's considered retro now. And probably like Skyrim. I love massive games. I love big
massive games scare me, but back in my RPG days, I love a good RPG.
Oh yeah.
Also, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is fantastic. It's not the usual type of game that I would play, but it is great.
Yep.
I love that game. The story is great. The gameplay is awesome. That's another kind of like sleeper hit.
Yep. Austin Ticknor, Matt Pat versus Gaijin Goomba Deadlock, 2D versus 3D Sonic games. Your thoughts?
Austin, Goomba has been pitching this idea to me for like a year. And I'm like, yes, Goomba, I am totally on board. Send over your research. You see that the video has not happened. So, shots fired, Goomba!
Oh, man.
Shots fired.
Shady.
Because for those of you who don't know, a lot of the theorists who appear on the channels who aren't game theory or film theory, like who aren't working in game theory or film theory, are actually, they live elsewhere. So Goomba lives in Arkansas.
Well, he's moving to Texas.
But that's the thing. So like, when I'm like, hey, we'll figure it out, just send me kind of the starter of what you want to talk about, because I don't even know if he wants to. He wants to do 3D, even though 2D is clearly the winner.
Whoa, shots fired.
Actually, Sonic Generations is the overall winner. But
it's
anyway,
true.
it's Goomba.
And the best
Hashtag
soundtrack.
blame Goomba. Hashtag blame Goomba.
Oh, all right. Oh, man. Demon by Nature, thank you. Matt, what was the inspiration behind your channel?
Demon by Nature, inspiration behind the channels was actually this web series, which is still going to this day.
It's still good.
It's still good to this day. It's called Extra Credits. If you've never checked them out, they are great. It's actually all about game design, and now they do all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But it started as a series all about game design, the mechanics of game design, what makes game design good. They did an episode about tangential learning, which is the learning that you pick up as you play a game. It's kind of the stuff that you like osmose, like, oh, I learned a little bit about Norse culture by playing Skyrim, or oh, I learned a little bit about the medieval period by playing any number of fantasy games.
I learned what the word melee means by playing
Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Anything,
or
or all sorts of games.
And so I thought in the early days of the series, when I was thinking about what could I do online, why isn't there a show that makes that tangential learning more explicit? So I designed the channel to be kind of like an education channel disguised as gaming channel, where you're learning about time travel and math and physics and whatever through the lens of gaming in a more explicit way.
Yep.
So that's what started it.
Techmaster, did you get the job at Google, and what was it?
Techmaster. If I had gotten the job at Google, game theory would not be a thing.
Would never be
actually.
A thing, actually, yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, I interviewed at Google. I mentioned this in the last theory about Mario Maker. But I did an interview with Google. I got really far in their process.
We went out and went shopping together for a new suit for him.
I spent like literally everything I had for this suit.
We spent everything we had.
I still have it. It's a great suit.
Yeah, we spent like your life savings on that suit.
I mean,
it wasn't like that. It wasn't like $1,000 suit or something like that. But that's how little money we had.
I wear it to this day at all the like streaming awards and this and that. To this day, I did not get the job. It was for one, like, actually,
you didn't even get to use the suit. They canceled the interview.
They canceled the interview, and they never followed up with me. And it was like they said, "Oh, we're gonna fly you out to the headquarters." Never followed up. I like emailed them a couple, and they just like left me hanging. It was very weird.
It was so sad.
But what ended up happening was the job was for like their creative department, where they come up with like weird, bizarre, new ideas for Google to experiment with or like showcase. So like unusual marketing campaigns, like if Google did like a big prank to like build awareness of Google or whatever, like I would have been a part of that. It was a cool department. So Jason, you're standing up for a reason.
What's up?
I would give you an announcement.
He's pointing at stuff. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's Techmaster. The Wiggles Foundation.
Thank you, the
Wiggles
Wiggles
Foundation.
Wiggles had a
foundation. Well, thank you for your donation.
Dino Goes Roar 716. Hey guys, how long have you guys been married?
Oh man,
5.5 years, dude.
Woo! 5.5 year club.
Yeah, that club. That's definitely a club.
The 5-year anniversary is what? Not burlap. Burlap was last year.
Yeah, burlap. W?
Shoot.
What? Wings?
Wood.
Wood.
Wood anniversary. So every year.
Chris is behind the scenes going, yeah! And I'm like, Windows?
Winner! West Side! Story. No, so it's the Wood anniversary. So 5.5 years at this point. We got married the year that we moved out to California.
Yep. We got married 2 months after we got Skip, actually.
Yeah.
So Skip is almost the same. Our anniversary with Skip is right before our anniversary with each other.
And every year, my parents actually get us an anniversary gift that is themed around whatever that year's signature anniversary gift is. So this year it was a wooden puzzle, which was awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that. Warpipe. What from the Metal Gear series would make for a good theory? You know, there's a lot, actually. I think all the Illuminati connections and like weird underground dealings that exist in Metal Gear, like the Patriots and Lilo and all that garbage. Like, there's a lot of like governmental conspiracies that would make for really good theory fodder in there. There's a lot of science stuff too.
Yeah,
all the individual villains. You know, going from like Metal Gear Solid 3, because I'm thinking about it, like the Pain, who's like a human beehive. You have Vamp, who's like a real like vampire. You have Psycho Mantis from 1. Like, there's a lot of really interesting powers that the villains have, which all could have a villain of like all have a theory of their own. There is so much in Metal Gear.
Yeah, there's so much.
It's just a great series, and I'd love to kind of address more of it moving forward. It's just one of those things. It's such a big series of games that I always feel like focusing on one of those individual elements seems like it's undercutting the rest of the game because there's
and
just
it's one
so
of your
much.
favorites. So
It
I know
is.
you would want to do it like
I would wanna do
justice
it
as well.
justice.
There's a lot of pressure on that one. Okay.
Anders Gray.
Thank you.
Anders Gray, thank you. I just wanted to say that I've been here with all of you for a long time now, and I really feel like a part of the family. Oh, thank you.
We
us,
feel
and
like
Skip.
a part of the family too.
And Matthew, remember when games get frustrating, just hug away.
Oh, that's hey, I'm here for a hug anytime that we get a glitchy version of Hello Neighbor.
You can trust that I was hugging Stephanie a whole bunch as I was trying to reclaim all the ground that we had lost in Hello Neighbor last night.
Creative MAM says, one question, what is your advice for college freshmen and what was your college experience like? Holy cow.
Don't try to be something that you're not.
Yeah, don't try and reinvent yourself in college to be someone you aren't or try and fake your way into like new social groups. Just actually be yourself.
Yeah, it was, so when I was a freshman in college, I'm like, there's a group of people that don't know me. I'm going to be like the cool guy.
Yeah,
now.
you're like, whoa, no one knows me. I can be anything.
I've mentioned this on previous live stream. I think I mentioned it, where I hung poetry on my wall because I thought people would think that that's like cool and artsy. Don't just be yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Make new friends. Find a good friend group. Go to everything. There's a lot of cool new experiences that open up in college.
Yeah.
Try a little bit of everything. Like, go see shows. Engage in like campus life. There's always cool activities going on, and
force yourself to go, even if it seems like it's going to be really boring, or you're like, I'm not interested in this. That's not part of like being someone you're not. It's just try new stuff that you think you might not like. But like for me, I had trouble because it's hard to like you want to fit in with whoever's around you, but it's not worth like sacrificing who you are or compromising who you are or parts of your personality that you love just to try and fit in with new people.
It's true. All right. So Scorpionic Dragon MPT. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so
we
much.
love you too.
I love you too in a strictly platonic way, not a
theoretical
creepy way. In theory. Matt Eveland.
Ooh.
Matt Eveland, shout out from Ohio.
Woo, woo. Shout out for Ohio.
Well,
O-H. O-H.
You just spelled Oho.
O-H. I said O-H.
And you said O. I said O-H and you said O.
H. And then I followed it with H.
So you spelled O-O? You're supposed to say I-O. I say O-H.
Oh, I always I-O. But I actually thought it was, you say O and I say H, but I didn't think you trusted me enough to say it, and so I was just going to repeat it. O-H-I-O. Oh, okay.
Oho! Shout out to Oho!
I'm not from Ohio. I'm from North Carolina. We don't understand these things.
You don't have cool names that you can spell.
Sally, the RPG nerd. Can you play Mario the Music Box? It's easy to find online. I want you to play it. I think you'd like it.
Mario the Music Box.
Write it down.
It has been, and so it shall be written, and so we shall check it out.
Yeah, we'll check it out right away, and
never heard
we'll
of it.
put it on the list.
And I'm always down for anything that involves Mario. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Soul Evans, thank you for your donation. First off, thank you so much. Hi, I just want to say that I binge watched the FNAF theories and loved them.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you think FNAF 6 will reappear sooner than later? Oh yeah.
I have a sneaky suspicion it will.
I would be really shocked if we didn't see FNAF 6 before the end of the year. It might not be in its usual October time slot, usual October release time slot, but I would be really surprised if we didn't see it by the end of December. Right?
I would be too. I think, especially since the movie's not coming out till next year, they need something else to stick in there, kind of on the sooner side.
But on the plus side, if FNAF 6 doesn't appear before then, we have at least Hello Neighbor that's releasing in December. So there's still some other deep lore mystery games out there that we'll be able to cover, which is awesome.
Exactly.
And also, I would assume Bendy Part 5?
3.
Well, 3 is in September. 4 would probably be, I would assume, in October. Like, if I were them, I'd try to capitalize off of October, and then maybe Part 5 by December.
Yes.
We'll see. Okay. Cynical fart.
A cynical fart.
Oh, cynical
man.
fart.
Not
Thank
even
you.
a jolly fart. Oh man.
Cynical. Will you do a theory on Terraria? So, I've actually never played Terraria. As I understand it, it is a 2D version. It's a 2D equivalent of Minecraft, right?
Yes.
Or inspired by Minecraft.
I think so.
I don't know enough about it to say whether it's theorizable or not. I didn't really realize that it had any lore to it or any interesting physics to it. If you think it's worth me checking out, I will. I've just never, and I've actually been really interested to check it out because
we hear a lot about
Minecraft, and I think that a 2D Minecraft has a lot of interesting potential. I've just never taken the time to actually dig into it because, dig into it!
Oh, yeah!
Awful.
On fire!
So I can't say if I will do a theory on it, but I can say that I will look into it.
Yep.
Carrie
Morrison, favorite game to play and favorite game to theorize.
Favorite games to play are actually Mario games for me. I like games that are short, contained levels that I'm able to feel like I get achievements very quickly. So off stream, I recently played through all the Crash Bandicoot games in the Insane trilogy, beat them all 100% in like the course of 3 days.
Humble brag.
Hashtag humble brag. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Whoa, wow, wow, wow. Stephanie hates it when I do that. Yeah, I know, you despise it. But those are the sorts of games that I really respond to because, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm achieving a lot in a short amount of time, and it shows that I'm able to, like, look, you got 100% on this level. I'm like, yeah, achievement. Stephanie is much more into the, like, exploration.
I'm totally the opposite. Favorite games to play are open world, totally open-ended adventure games like The Witcher 3, like I mentioned before, Skyrim, but there are lots of games like that. The whole Morrowind series is great. And I like it to be totally open-ended. I can play for as long as I want and, like, not even realize that 14 hours have gone by.
Yes, favorite game to theorize on the other hand is... I mean, obviously, like, indie games, actually, are doing some of the most exciting and interesting things. Kindergarten, I love doing that theory. Binding of Isaac, love that theory.
Yeah,
FNAF,
that's one of my favorites.
As much as I, like, jokingly complain about it, it's actually a series that I really like digging into. The lore is kind of gone off the rails sometimes, but I still enjoy looking into it. Hello Neighbor, I'm having a really fun time actually digging through that as well.
Yeah.
And then Mario, too, because Mario is such a flexible game that there's a lot that you can do.
Yeah. We're going to pause the super chat so we can catch up with it a little bit. We want to make sure that every single person who sends stuff in gets covered, and we don't want to fall behind, so we're going to pause it. It's going to come back.
Okay.
It's going to come back, but we're going to pause it so we can catch up with everybody.
Yeah, so you guys know, it is our goal today to address every single
thing that comes in
who has donated via the super chat, because again, this is all about you guys getting heard, you guys getting all of our attention dedicated to you.
Yeah.
And so
we're committed, you guys.
We're committed. So we're gonna pause it for now because we've got a backlog that we got to
We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it.
But then we'll turn it back on again.
Yeah.
So just, when we say we've turned it back on, just refresh the page a couple times. You should see it back up, and you'll be able to donate again. Okay?
Yep.
Cool.
Melina Papadakis. Steph, as a woman who is highly educated in STEM, have you ever dealt with sexism? I'm going into engineering this fall, and that's what I'm nervous about. Oh, man.
Wow,
great question.
That's a great
Oh, my gosh. So STEM, for anyone who doesn't know, is science, technology, engineering, and what's math? Oh, math. Math.
That other one.
Oh, math.
That other one.
And I went to college for chemistry, and I have a master's degree in pharmacology and cancer research. It's funny. When I was in graduate school and in school, no, absolutely not. I didn't deal with any of that. Academia tends to be like really open about it.
Your graduate class too actually had a lot
was
of
more girls
females,
than boys. Yeah,
which I thought was interesting.
Pretty even, but it was actually more women than men.
And even though you worked in kind of male-dominated labs, you actually kind of made your way through them very quickly.
I have actually, in science, I haven't experienced any of that. I do know some people who have, but I think, for me, I was always concentrated on doing the best work I could and just trying to make friends with, the people I was working with. So like anyone would be doing. And then when I got a job in science, I actually also did really well. I never felt like I was discriminated against in any way. And I was promoted like 4 years in a row. So I had a really good run in science. Weirdly, when I came over to working in entertainment,
this is true.
This is totally
this
true.
Is 100% true.
I did start to experience a lot of sexism, and it like
it
blindsided me, and I was totally unprepared really for it because I came from science, which is all guys, and I never experienced it, and then I came over to entertainment and I experienced it a lot.
It's not like YouTube comments being mean or anything.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
You know, we always talk about like, we got to go to business meetings or we got to go talk to people, you know, at multi-channel networks or even on the consulting side. Steph at this point heads up the consulting stuff that we do.
We've been in conversations where people almost don't acknowledge
they don't acknowledge Stephanie at all.
But if you're going into engineering, I actually never ever experienced anything like that in science. Go for it. Good on you. I'm so excited for you. Go and engineer the heck out of it, man.
Entertainment. Because I guess this is entertainment. We don't think of it as entertainment. Really. We think of this as like digital video
it's YouTube.
It's like, but like the entertainment industry is actually a really skeezy it's pretty. There's a lot of underhanded dealings that we have gotten to see and get exposed to how they work now that we're, you know, a part of it. People want to talk to us, this and that, and there's a lot of sketchiness behind it. It's actually really gross. Makes us feel really uncomfortable, makes you feel like you're like constantly like either doing deals with the devil or like being taken advantage of. There's a lot. We can talk about that if you guys like ask those questions. That's a whole nother thing. But it's weird, and it's something that you would never know unless you were actively like working on it and talking to people and whatever. So anyway, long story short.
Zoe Metal, thank you so much for being a part of the stream. Medi? It's Medi.
Gotta get your eyes checked.
Medi. I know, God.
Helen Louise, can you do a playthrough of Danganronpa?
Danganronpa.
I don't know. I've seen that name pop up a couple times.
Look it up.
Nothing about it. Put it down.
On the list.
We will look it up. Thank you for sending that in. Ginga Ninja. Hey guys.
Maybe it's Jinja Ninja.
Or Jinja Ninja. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on Pickle Rick? The Vindicators in the new episodes of Rick and Morty. Pickle Rick.
They are so existential and so heavy.
When episode 1 of this season said this was going to be the darkest season yet.
They weren't lying, man.
They weren't lying.
We love Rick and Morty, but it really feels dark this season.
The Pickle Rick episode so far has been the best episode, I think, of the season.
I think so too.
What it said for Rick as a character, I think the action of it, I think everything about it was just really on point. The Vindicators episode and the Mad Max episode
were a little bit ambiguous in some ways. The Vindicators one wasn't as much, but
the Mad Max one had great moments to it, like Jerry being called a loser, and there were great moments to it that were really interesting.
Yeah.
But what it said about like the characters, I'm kind of confused how the characters that as they've been established are behaving in these ways. And the Vindicators, I thought they should have stuck with it actually being Morty and like Rick actually being appreciative of Morty instead of kind of undercutting it at the end. I thought that was kind of a weird decision on their part.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I'm curious to see how the rest of the season plays out. But in short, any Rick and Morty is good Rick and Morty as far as I'm concerned. Like it's all nitpicks, but I just love Rick.
Ken Trude, thank you for participating in the stream. The
Tux Peng, thank you for participating, and thank you for your donation.
Bill Mullins, thank you.
Black Dragon Epic asked a question. Hey, I was wondering if you had heard of Owlboy, and would you consider doing a theory on what the loop is in it? So Owlboy is another one of those indie darlings that got a decent amount of attention. I haven't seen many people playing it online. And I myself haven't actually gotten the chance to sit down with it yet, but it seems like one of those kind of retro style, almost, as I understand it, like Banjo-Kazooie era platformer collectible kind of games.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely intrigued about it. The problem is there's just so many good games to play these days. And now that everyone is able to kind of like self-publish their games, there's a lot coming out, so it's just really more me catching up with things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's definitely one that caught my attention, that I've looked into, and now I just need to set aside time to physically play it. So yeah.
Rebel Rider XX17, thank you. And hey GTLive, my question for y'all: what is your most difficult theory you've done so far? Research, editing, etc. Clap and a half. Clap and a half.
Holy cow!
There have been some interesting ones for sure. The FNAF ones have always been kind of complicated.
FNAF ones always take the longest.
Yeah.
The one that's coming out this weekend...
I was about to say, that one took a long time.
And not because of the research. The research of it was actually fairly quick, because a lot of the research had been done already. So the one that's coming out this weekend,
spoiler alert,
is on Petscop, which if you haven't heard, you'll hear about, and it's fascinating and it's great, and I think it's awesome. What was hard about that one though is the fact that there's so much information, there's so much to talk about, and it's very emotional. It's a very emotional episode. I got very emotional writing it.
Yeah. I got very emotional hearing about it.
Yeah, and you haven't even heard the worst of it. But anyway, so the hardest part of that one was really deciding, how do I do this story justice in a way that conveys it to people who probably have never heard of this, because it's a very small thing, it's a very indie thing, only a small handful of people know about it. So how do I convey all of this information and still do it justice while also telling an interesting, compelling theory? So that one was hard. Chun-Li's helicopter kick was really hard.
God, yeah.
Because helicopter physics are incredibly challenging to understand.
And we wanted to do it for like 2 years, and then we ended up having someone help us research it and bringing in like a helicopter physics like an aeronautics expert for like the physics of the actual helicopter leg.
Yeah, so that one I'd say was the hardest there. Editing-wise, back when I was doing the editing,
all of them?
all of them, especially the later ones, like, are you a completionist? Because I was literally just, like, animating everything in Photoshop with, like, small milliseconds at a time. It was brutal. Owen Harper, what's up? Love you guys. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you
Love
so much.
you too.
Gamer Inspector 4700, I'm making a video where I have my own Pokemon League, and I'm making you a member of my Elite Four.
Oh, man, yeah.
Sweet.
Woo, woo.
May I ask what you would like your main Pokemon to be?
Also, you're awesome. Oh man.
What is it? I want my main Pokemon to be?
What is it going to be? Oh, under the gun. You're under pressure. Under pressure. Ding-a-ding-ding.
Why? Oh, that is so awesome and interesting and difficult.
Okay, think about it for a second.
Yeah, let me think about that one.
You know what we're going to do now while Matthew thinks about that? We're going to ask you guys a question. So part of this stream is actually turning the table on you guys to ask a couple simple questions to you, because we want to know about you guys. We want to hang out with you. A relationship means getting to know you guys too. So we have a few questions lined up. The first one's really easy. So Jason, are you able to pop that up on the screen? It's up. Okay. And it should be, if I'm not mistaken, do you watch any of the other channels? Do you watch Game Theory? Do you watch Film Theory? Both? Neither? You don't care about any of them? Theories are stupid? Whatever your answer is. You just click in the iCard. It should be like right here under my finger, sort of. And you click on it, and then you just click your answer. And that's it. And that's all you have to do. And if you don't see it, just refresh your screen, and it should pop up there in the corner, and we'll leave it up there for like a minute for people to answer. If you played with us on the Rosanna Pansino stream, it's the same deal. Just weigh in, give it a little clicky, give it a little tap, 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 tap-a-roo, and let us know what else you watch. All right, do you have your Pokemon?
So when it comes to what my main Pokemon would be, I would say, Blastoise has always been my go-to. Like, he's always been one of my all-time favorites, because that's the first game I ever played, the first ever Pokemon I ever chose. So Blastoise, Squirtle, but Blastoise was always a top. As well as, if you go back to the GTLive Archive channel, any of the real Pokemon that we played during Pokemon Uranium streams, I liked those guys too. So and I know that some were actually made up for the game and some are actually real. I would love it if one of those guys actually, and I'm not really partial as to which one in particular. I really like Danger Noodle, but but it's go back to the Pokemon Uranium streams, choose one of those guys and throw him into the team, and that would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Your choice at that point. Amira Sago back. Can I have a clap and a half? Absolutely,
yeah.
You can.
Oh my gosh.
Melissa, hey guys, just want to say that GTLive is amazing. Always glad to come and chill with both of you. Question: will you guys be coming to Canada or Quebec, or specifically Quebec?
So we have not done enough Canada-ing.
I'd love to go to Canada.
Yeah. But we are actually like a 2-hour flight from Vancouver. Vancouver is a place we've always wanted to go to. And then
Steph's
Matthew
been to Canada a bunch of times when she was working in science.
Okay, yeah. So back in my science days, I actually used to go to Toronto all the time. I love Toronto. Unfortunately, I was there in like February, and it was rough, and it was like, and then I had to drive out to Mississauga, if you know where that is. Anyway, so I've been to the Toronto area. We really want to go to the Vancouver area, but then Matthew speaks French. And so we would actually also love to visit Quebec and actually like see the French and Canadian culture fusion that happens there. We hear it's beautiful. So we don't have any trips on the books yet, but it's on our list, and it's like high up on our list.
Okay, so we're this is where we're at, so we gotta fly.
Oh boy.
Tiggy Stuffs. When are you going to play To the Moon? Sooner than you think.
Yes.
Like, we've been holding off on it for a while.
It's coming.
It's coming.
And it's coming in an interesting way.
Yeah, it's on the list. Don't worry. It'll be happening. We'll see what kind of... A lot of it kind of depends on what new games happen. Like, we didn't expect to be playing Hello Neighbor as much as we are currently. But when they released Beta 3, it was like, oh, well, we got to play that now.
Yeah.
So it's always about finding a balance between stuff that's new and that you guys are going to be excited about. So T-Jock and Hello Neighbor were 2 huge streams that we had to do.
Yeah.
But as kind of we get through those, To the Moon is definitely high up on the list. And it'll be happening... I'd say in the next month or so.
Yeah. Allison Spalter, not to be a snark, but why does it seem like you don't employ any women? No women-hosted sub-channels, and you never mention any women editors. Oh,
wow.
man.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I wish there were a woman on the live stream.
Right?
I just wish this live stream had some kind of female representation.
If only someone...
Chris, can you put on a wig? Can you put on a wig and just, and maybe that'll help us, balance things? Or Jason. Jason's already a blonde, so that would help.
And we actually, and the other thing is, too, we actually have, we have Meredith, who works specifically on the consulting side.
Yeah, so we actually do employ women.
You just don't necessarily know about it because it's not a part of the, we don't talk about
everything that happens, but...
Or they don't touch the live stream specifically.
Yeah, we actually have several women who work behind the scenes with me, and obviously Matthew and I co-own everything. He's obviously the voice and the face on the other channels, but we share everything. This is a business that we do in partnership together, and we take on every project as a team. And so actually we consider it pretty balanced. If I had to say so, and being like the girl here, I would actually say we have a very balanced team. If you include the people who are behind the scenes. Now, when it comes to the sub-channels, I think that's kind of interesting. My perspective on it has always been a lot of gaming channels, just there aren't as many female gaming channels out there. And so when Game Theory was being built, when we were building Game Theory, GG reached out to us, Ryder reached out to us. We didn't really get a lot of outreach from female gamers, unfortunately.
And that's what it really boils down to, is on the editing side, all the people who've ever reached out to us, or all the people that have ever kind of submitted stuff to us, have tended to be guys. Same thing on the partner shows, like Goomba, you mentioned, Frame by Frame, things like that. It's always guys who kind of come toward us. And I have no
gaming is a lot of guys, is just a lot of guys, but we would be absolutely open to female channel, female partners.
I'd love that. It's just, again, in the
Come
elements
on,
of, because a lot of the people that we have brought onto the team are always kind of inbound. Rarely have we reached out to people and been like, hey, we want to hire you specifically. And so it's just, it's easier for us. We're able, because we don't know really a good way of hiring a bunch of people.
Right. It's actually really hard to find people sometimes.
It's really hard. So anyway, that's why. But we also have a pretty diverse, of the guys here too. We have a diverse group of people.
We have a lot of
different types of
people. We have a lot of different people represented. We have older people who we work with. We have really young people who we work
International.
with. Yeah, they're from all over the world.
International, different races, different,
and
gender
also,
preferences.
maybe sometime there will be a theory channel that's sort of focused on ladies. Who knows?
But anyway, and it's funny that we say this, even though there's not that many people who actually work. But amongst the people who are here, it is actually fairly diverse relative to our side. And we're like, oh yeah, these international people, and there's actually not that many. But anyway. Okay, so that's that.
Yeah, we doing woman theory.
Yeah, woman theory.
Lady theory
for the females. Victoria Ferguson, I'm moving into an apartment on my own for the first time. Advice. Love you guys so much. You make my week. Awesome, and I'd love to meet you someday. Thank you.
Don't do what I did and decide that you can live like a squatter with no actual things in your apartment, because that's definitely what I did. My mom would literally come over and she'd be like, Stephanie, do you have a pot? And I'd be like, no. And she'd be like, do you have
pot?
Oh, my God!
Your mom is asking you if you have pot?
We're very open. My mom and I.
Wow.
We have a very close relationship.
You don't
I
do
also
drugs,
I
though.
don't do any drugs. No, but she'd be like, do you have a spatula? And I'd be like, no,
You use spatula?
I use my fingers for everything. So don't do that. Make sure you have the things in life, even if it seems like, oh my gosh, I have to be like a grown up and go buy a fork or whatever. Like, do it. Just do it for yourself.
Buy that fork. You go
It'll
out there and you are empowered to go buy that fork.
Go buy that fork.
It is true, though.
When you move into a place on your own, it can feel like you're just like visiting yourself almost, or it doesn't feel like home, right? And so give yourself some things that make it feel like home.
Yep, that's a great. That's awesome.
Yep.
2mix $11.99. When will you play the Little Nightmares DLC? That's a good question. I'm interested in checking it out. One of the things though was on the live streams, people were less excited about Little Nightmares. We thought that we would be like, oh, people are going to be really stoked about Little Nightmares, but they didn't do all that well. And at the end of the day, our job is to not only play really fun, interesting games and theorize about them with you, but also, to give you stuff that you guys want to see.
Yeah.
We are entertainers for you, so we want to make sure that that you guys are enjoying the streams. And so that was the only reason why we're like, hey, the DLC came out, maybe we can hold off on it a little bit or whatever, since people didn't really seem to enjoy those streams. So, will it appear on the live stream? It's a good question. It might not. I'm excited to check it out, and there might be some theories in the works.
That one's a maybe. That one's a maybe. The Wiggles Foundation. Hi, please notice me.
Wiggles,
Notice!
You've been noticed again.
Yeah!
Hockey for the win. $1 clap back to you.
Woo,
Thank you.
Nice.
Eldon Dilmarat, will you play Life is Strange prequel in Season 2? Yes.
Yes.
That is a definite yes.
Done.
Because obviously that's one of the series that we get some of the most positive comments about.
Yeah.
It's one that started the whole koala thing that we had. We had a lot of things pop out of that one. So you can bet that we're going to be doing Life is Strange prequel in Season 2. Eldon Dilmarat.
Callum O'Reilly, will you please play Albino Lullaby for Scary Games Friday? Ooh.
Write it down! I've heard of some of these other ones. Albino Lullaby?
I've never checked
out.
We will check it out.
Panther Ali. Hey guys, thanks so much. What are your favorite animes?
Ooh. Fun.
Death Note.
Right now it's Death Note. Yep.
And there might be a theory coming out about Death Note that is coming out shortly thereafter the movie.
I've also really been enjoying One Punch Man. I just watched One Punch Man
kind of
recently.
Was great,
it's great. It's great.
And there's probably people out there who are like, oh, those are animes for noobs. You know what?
Hey, anime is for everyone, okay? Jeez.
That was racist. I apologize for that.
Just don't listen.
Sayat.
Thank you for making me laugh while I'm sick. What do you usually do when you're sick that would make you feel better? Ooh.
Stephanie was just sick all over the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
So what does Stephanie do when she's
What do I do when I'm sick? Lay around and whine.
Sleep a lot. Drink warm broth. You drink a lot of broth. You're a broth fan.
I'm a big soupy person. I'm a brother.
You're brothy.
I also sit in the shower for just inordinate amounts of time.
I feed you goldfish if you're.
Oh my gosh! Original flavor
real live
goldfish.
wiggling goldfish.
We've done that on the stream already. Jeez, we did that. We did the dead fish handshake. Regular flavor, original flavor goldfish are clearly the answer. And I also, my mom taught me from an early age to always take way more vitamin C than your body can handle, and I do that too.
That's my strategy. Lots of vitamin C, lots of time spent in the shower as well.
Yep.
I'm not much of a sleeping type guy.
You're not much for the sleep.
No,
you're like a vampire.
Children's Dimetap, for whatever reason, seems to be my cure-all. So I just take great flavored children's Dimetap, and it's knocks it out of me. It's great.
Right.
Paranormal State 100. Will you do a playthrough of the Final Station? I don't know Final Station either. These are
write it down.
How do we not know these games, guys? Sleep. Chris is yawning over there, sleeping on the job. Final Station.
He is much for the sleep.
Ghostly Gia, thank you guys for making my day brighter.
Woo,
thank you for watching and for participating in today's stream. Appreciate it.
Angry Moose Gaming. Will you be doing any Halo theories soon?
It depends. If there's new information about Halo that comes out, or if, as part... Because if I'm Microsoft and I'm launching Xbox One X and the 4K, you can bet that I would have, like, a Halo in the works, since that's, like, its signature franchise in a lot of cases.
Teraflop the heck out of that thing.
So, I would love to cover Halo again. I'm holding off because I'm expecting there to be some Halo announcements sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Rachel Jorgensen.
Your live streams always make my day. I must want to ask if you have a Dead Space theory, possibly on the relic in the game that controls people / turns them crazy and into necromorphs.
Dead Space is another one of those interesting franchises that there's a lot that you could cover about it. The first game is fantastic. I never played the second game. The third game was a bit of a letdown because it was more action-y rather than, like, spooky horror-y. That's another one that so right now, and I don't know if you'll notice this, it's starting to happen, but I'm trying to do more theories about more diverse games. That's why Half-Life came out this week. And that's why Petscop is coming out this coming weekend. And so I'm trying to mix it up more. I know we've done a lot of FNAF. I know we've done a lot of Mario and Pokemon and Minecraft. And those will always be a big part of the channel because they have to be. And I really enjoy those. Those are kind of my go-to franchises. But I'm trying to mix in more unusual titles, smaller titles, things like that. Because I've heard from you guys that that's something that you're looking more into. So absolutely, as a part of that Dead Space, could, because there's a lot that you could cover in that.
Yep. Stormbringer126, thank you. Is there any game you really wish you could play but isn't feasible on a live stream?
Oh, so many games that we couldn't play on the live stream,
a ton.
I'd love to.
Anything that's kind of slower paced or involves a lot of reading gets kind of tough for people to watch.
Oxenfree! Be a great one.
Those are, and sometimes those have really big payoffs at the end, but they're tough. They're tough to make interesting, or if you get started, it's like a really long game, and you don't want to do like a 16-part live stream, because then if people come in the middle, they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so there's a lot.
Yeah.
Like Steph played The Witcher. That would, I mean,
oh my
it'd
gosh,
be awesome
it's
to be
an
able
awesome
to play
game,
that
but
as
like,
a live stream.
You
but
can't.
It's so long, so slow that like games that work best on live stream tend to be like pretty fast paced, pretty like personality driven, reaction driven, and so those ones that are more story and more character based are a lot harder to kind of get through.
Yeah. Black
Chibi-san.
Chibi-san.
The events in Charlottesville, as well as the events that happened at Evergreen College, do you believe racism has become polarized in the extreme?
Wow.
Woo-hoo,
this is an intense question. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by polarized in the extreme. We're incredibly sad when we hear about events like that.
I just like
and I mean
racism has always been kind of polarizing, hasn't it? Like I don't know. Is that outside of like the Civil War?
In terms of what we're doing, and in terms of our feelings about it and what we do, and you can speak to this as well, but our philosophy for these channels, for everything that's theory oriented, is always to educate, to be fair, and to represent as many different and interesting ideas as possible.
Yeah.
And we're big believers in education being a way to overcome social issues, to being able to overcome, all kinds of societal issues.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, ignorance and stuff is, like, as long as you remain educated, and as long as you're kind of exposing yourself to different viewpoints and different perspectives and opinions on the world, like, that's what truly matters. And so that's why these channels stand for education as well as kind of like fun and gaming and film and stuff like that.
And why we don't focus on one particular kind of movie or one particular kind of video game. People get really, really narrowly focused on the internet, and it's easy to get caught in the loop of like just the couple of things that you're interested in. And so we really try and bring in different ideas, different perspectives through lots of different kinds of entertainment.
Yeah, and encourage discussion, right? Like that's like people
even
will
if
say
it means fighting on Reddit.
Because people will say like, oh, MattPat deletes comment. I've never deleted a comment.
Yeah.
Never once. And that's because I want people to discuss. If it's, hey, this theory sucked, hey, this theory is great, MattPat's wrong, MattPat's right, whatever. I just want to foster discussion.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what these sorts of issues happening in the US and worldwide are missing, is open dialogue with each other and people who are unwilling to communicate with one another. And I think that's the saddest part of all of this.
Yeah.
Diamond Dak.
Yeah, Diamond Dak. Matt and Steph, you guys are my absolute favorite YouTubers ever. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I highly appreciate everything you guys do. I really love you guys. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. That's so incredibly
thank
nice.
you for everything you do. By the way, I'll never get tired of the FNAF theories.
Woo,
So thank
clap and a half to
Clap
you.
and a half. Thank you. Just failed clap and a half there. Thesp. Do you two have a favorite charity? Also, Steph, I always love your hair. I love Steph's hair too. Favorite charity,
I just wanted you to know. That's awesome. I have a couple favorite charities. I love St. Jude's, and I've loved St. Jude's for a really long time. They are awesome, and I also get really excited about charities that involve animals, animal rescue organizations. We rescued Skip from an animal rescue organization, so I'm really passionate about those. Also, this is really specific, but charities that help facilitate bringing together people with disabilities and service animals, and who raise and train service animals for people, have like a really special place in my heart.
And for me, like, we do a lot of work actually behind the scenes, and we're doing more and more work with them with Make-A-Wish, and that's one that is we feel really passionate about too. Having kind of Make-A-Wish experiences where we're able to meet loyal theorists from around the world and spend time with them and help them through the difficult times that they're experiencing. So that's another one that I feel really strongly about.
Yeah.
Madison Cheney, yeah. Madison Cheney, do you still believe your FNAF 1 theory is correct? The one based on the Chuck E. Cheese shooting. It sounds really interesting still. Madison Cheney, no, I don't think it's correct. Actually, even back then, I wasn't really sure it was correct. I think that there were a lot of really interesting similarities, but I wasn't necessarily sure it was correct. At this point, I think it's fairly confidently debunked by animatronics walking around inside people's skin suits. But I do think that it holds up to this day. I love that theory. And I do think that throwing away all the craziness that is FNAF, that is just, I'm really proud of that episode because it tells a really, serious, very important story, and it tells it through the lens of this, like, kind of goofy, weird, bizarre game that was so new at the time, and I love that episode, and so, yeah, I still like that video. I don't think the theory is right. Studio 48. Thank you, Matt Pat, for all you do. I have a busy schedule, but I always watch Film Theory. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome.
My question is, has there ever been a theory, film, or game that you wanted to do but you couldn't fill a whole show with?
Ooh.
Yes. I know there's plenty. Let me think of a specific
We've even
example.
done a couple of diet theories, but
the diet theories have been ones that we haven't been able to cover the whole way. There's been a couple on Dark Souls that I'm currently trying to figure out how we can make longer.
You can think about that one for a little bit. Do we want to flash up another question for people? Are we ready to go? Okay, yeah. So there's another question. It's going up there. It should be, what's our next question? It's, this is another easy one. If you are in school, or from when you were back in school, it doesn't even matter if you're in school anymore, favorite subjects. Was it math or science, history, English, social sciences, or the arts? Let us know. Just let us know what your faves are.
There's a theory about Pauline versus Peach versus Princess Toadstool that I've always wanted to do, where the design of all of those characters has evolved and changed and been very different over the years. And I feel like there's theory fodder there, there's something you could do there, and that's never happened. As a fan, Studio 48, of film theory, one I've always wanted to do and I've never been able to kind of figure out how to put into theory form. Mr. Potato Head from Toy Story, his eyes, the power of his eyes, because in Toy Story 2, 3, I think it's 3, he loses his body, and 3, right? Yep. Toy Story 3, he loses his body and puts his eyes into tortilla, and he becomes Mr. Tortilla Head. And so that means his ability to be alive as a character exists in his eyeballs. I don't know how you make that into a theory, but it's an interesting observation I had when watching that movie, and I've never been able to do an episode about it, but everyone always laughs at me whenever I'm like, it's interesting, there's something to say there. And
Windows of the soul.
Right?
Windows to the windows to the soul.
Brilliant, Jason.
And his
Brilliant.
tortilla head. DGN, thank you for your participation in today's stream. Thank you for donating.
Woo!
In film.
It looks like
Inflim. Long-time watcher, always watch when I can, even at midnight. Thank you.
And your donation is in pounds, so I'm assuming you're in the UK. So thank you for staying up.
So for my question, what is the fondest memory you have of each other that you wish to share?
Oh, that's really nice. I can go first, I guess.
Go for it.
So, and this isn't necessarily a single moment, but the reason is because this has happened several times. We were long distance for about 18 months, and I also used to have to go on a lot of business trips. Some of my fondest memories of Matthew are when he would meet me at the airport, or I would be meeting him at the airport after we hadn't seen each other for a while. And I think everybody can relate to this feeling in a lot of ways, where if you haven't seen someone in a while and you're like waiting and waiting to see them and you're really excited about it and you just like want them to get there safely and all this stuff, and then that moment you see them and you're like, oh, there they are. And it's awesome. And they're like the only person. It could be like a room full of hundreds of people, like in the airport, and that's the only person in the room. And I think like it doesn't even have to be like a significant other. It could be like your parents or a sibling or a longtime friend. You get that same feeling, and those are some of my favorite memories.
Yeah, I don't want. It's not like a cop-out answer. There's definitely
and it's not meant to be a cop-out answer at all.
No, there's definitely individual moments that like stand out, but the ones that are the most impactful or fondest memories of Steph are like, there are just moments, it sounds so cheesy. There are moments that you just no, but it's true. Like you look across like the table and you're eating dinner or whatever at like McDonald's. And I don't know, the light catches you, or you're feeling like I don't know, you're feeling like
those fluorescent bulbs just shine right off your forehead.
You're feeling the Big Mac in your stomach, and it's making you get a little loopy or whatever. But you're like, man, I really appreciate having you in my life as a best friend, as a partner, and everything.
They're all giggling over there.
And so it's like there are these just like flashes where it's like the world wipes away, and you kind of look at the person with clear eyes, and you're like, it is so nice to be sitting with you here in this moment in the middle of McDonald's as my feet are stuck to the floor. Or whatever, whatever it is. So, yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, there's a lot of definite moments, but when it comes to just, like, the fondest ones, they're the ones that catch you by surprise.
Yeah, totally.
In the middle of what otherwise would be completely mundane. Drew Snyder, you were both theater folks. I was a stagehand, high school drama, and a performer in a ska band.
Oh, man.
So I'm always interested in pre-performance rituals.
The theater guy is you. Go for it.
So my pre-performance ritual... I don't talk to people for a really long time. I'll have a Diet Coke. I will have my Diet Coke, and I will sit in my dressing room. Oftentimes I would be reading a book, to just kind of like chill out. But I know a lot of other theater people like hang out backstage and be like joking and laughing and this and that. I could never do that. I always had to kind of like get in the zone or whatever. Not like prepare myself for the role. But, just, I don't know, just kind of like get comfortable, get kind of like quiet, be with myself for a little bit, and kind of reserve and save that energy for actually delivering a performance on stage and really being focused at the job at hand, because I take it really seriously. I'm kind of a try-hard that way. Go figure. But yeah, so it was always like save it so that it's all up on the stage.
All right, we gotta move, man.
Yeah, Rashad Favors.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Actually, that's Burno.
What?
Burno.
Does
Bruno Mars is gay? I don't know.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
I don't know Burno. Is it his brother?
I'm not familiar with Bruno Mars. We'll look into it.
Look it up!
Let's look into Bruno Mars, guys. Let's write it down. Jenna, thank you for submitting to today's stream.
Liliana Schwartz, thank you.
Dan Flygen, can you map out your entire theory for the FNAF timeline? Not here today, but for later. Thank you. I was going to be like,
oh, God.
How much time do you got? Sit down. You've mentioned how many kids you think have died and how many pizzerias there are, but you never went into it. Never went into it. Your theories are the best.
Oh, man. That would be a nice diet theory.
Oh, yeah. Dan, absolutely. First off, thank you for submitting today. Yeah, at some... The thing is, I've tried to lessen the importance of timelines at this point, because if you actually look at all of the details of all of the different games, you do wind up with somewhere around 11 children dying over the course of these games, which seems like too much.
Right. It's a lot.
You also start looking at, like, dates don't necessarily precisely line up anymore. And I think it's because in FNAF 1, Scott wasn't expecting all this other stuff to happen, and unless you are very diligently mapping, like, it just, by the laws of space and time, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I would love to map out a timeline at some point. I think the problem, though, is no one timeline at this point in time can actually encompass everything, all the individual like bits and details that have been mentioned at all across the series.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why, and even the theories that we do on FNAF at this point, we've moved away from timelines and we're more into like, let's look at the parallels to the book, or let's look at the recent things and how it fits in with overall themes from the series in the past.
Yep.
Okay, Pat Wilson.
My EDM alias is 6th Grade Tales. I've been making EDM for a while and would love to make an EDM remix of your intro song. If you'll be okay with that. And how could I send it to you when finished?
Pat Wilson, I would love to have an EDM remix.
Yeah, that would be so
our
cool.
Intro song.
And the best thing to do would be to send a link on Twitter, right?
No, Reddit.
Oh, Reddit.
Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
The Game Theorist subreddit. There's a Game Theorist subreddit. That's where things are easiest for us to kind of like see and feature or work into an intro or whatever. So please send it there. That would be great.
That'd be awesome. Monty Crane.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm sending 3 questions for people on Twitter who can't super chat themselves. Lark Sweetsong on Twitter wanted to hear more about your first date. She said apparently it was at a gym. Why? So I think that was the first time we hung out. It wasn't a date.
It wasn't technically a date.
We were friends for a long time before we were like officially dating or whatever. But
Steph rejected me once. It was great.
So I think that was just like, you know, you want to find an activity that's comfortable for both people, and you want it to be really low key. And we were both living like really close to the pool at the time, so I think I was like,
I knew Steph liked swimming.
Yeah, and I was really into swimming.
Like I was a lifeguard,
and so it was something that was easy for both of us. And so we were just like, hey, let's go swimming, and that was literally the first time we hung out. Yeah, like outside of class.
Yeah, it was more of a hangout than it was a date.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was when we were in class together.
Yeah.
So, Hector Gonzalez. Hey, Matt, Pat, and Steph. All I wanted to say is thanks for the amazing content you guys bring us. You guys are awesome. And Jason and Chris as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Hector Gonzalez.
Cool too. They're all right. Thank you, Hector.
Ken Trude, thank you.
Ken Trude, thank you.
Alicia Reitel, I love your channel, guys. Thanks for the fun.
Thank
that's
you, Alicia.
Alicia.
Elijah Lopez. Hey, Matt and Steph. I saw you guys at E3, and I have your merch. Thank
woo,
you.
Woo.
What's your opinion on continuing to make E3 tickets out to the public? Clap and a half. Yes.
Woo!
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think what they need to do is just come up with a better solution around how many tickets they're going to give out and how
lines.
to manage the lines better. Because I know a lot of people spent a lot of money to get those tickets, and a lot of people walked away disappointed because they would spend literally 5 hours.
It was crazy.
Like in a whole day waiting to play one game, and
that's too much.
That's too much, and especially for the prices that they're paying. So I love the idea of opening E3 to everyone, so that way more people can experience it and be a part of like the hype. Gaming is such an all-encompassing community. It's great to have that experience.
You have to be able to let people play games, though.
Yeah, but you have to give people what they paid for, and that's the ability to play those games first and foremost. So whether it's more TVs for people, making space cheaper so that the big brands can have bigger booths, things like that, that's the missing piece there right now. Yeah. That was Elijah Lopez. Lonely Boy.
I love you guys. I just wanted to brag that I'm going to try for Norwegian Got Talent.
Oh my God!
This year and wish me luck. Gotta fill this.
Lonely Boy, clapping after you.
Woo,
good luck on
luck.
Norwegian's Got Talent.
We'll look out for you.
If you have any clips or anything, submit it to the Game Theory subreddit. We'd love to like show it off on the live stream, especially if you make it anywhere. We'll get everyone to vote for you. That would be incredible.
Zoe Meddy, also thank you again.
Zoe Meddy, thank you. NK Floofy Poof. Is there a good way to suggest games to you guys? I would love to see you play Shovel Knight or something like Amnesia for Scary Games Friday. I love Shovel Knight. That's another one of those like short kind of platformy games that I'm able to play.
And we know all the guys who made it. I thought about doing
Shovel Knight for like a random live stream. Absolutely. Amnesia I've never played, and I'd like to do it. I know. NK Floofy Poof. The best way to submit games, again, is the Game Theory subreddit. It's the place where there's the least clutter. So that would be fantastic. Maybe the moderators there can actually create like a mega thread around like, hey, submissions, because we're also collecting the Mega Man level submissions.
Yep.
So that would be the great way to do it. But yeah, Shovel Knight or Amnesia, I'd love to play the live stream.
Edward Yanes, thank you. You got, hey guys, love your channel. Was wondering if you ever plan on doing a Franbo theory, if the game is just too vague or subjective, keep being awesome.
Edward, it's a bit.
It's tricky. It's a tricky
less
one.
that so Franbo is less that it's too vague or subjective, because
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of interesting theory potential there. It's just that like the statute of limitations on covering Franbo is pretty far past at this point.
Yeah, we would, if there were a Franbo 2 that came out or like new content for it or something, then I think we would definitely try and cover it. The problem with Franbo is that it was it was an indie game to begin with, and then doing an indie game like a year later or something is tough because a lot of people have kind of forgotten about it or might not be interested in it anymore.
And what's hardest about it in those cases is like you have to catch everyone up on the story that they missed up to that point in order for them to appreciate the theory, right? So people are like, oh, you do theories when they're timely because it capitalizes off of, like, it gets you more money, or it's not actually. It's actually because it makes it more relevant in people's minds.
Yeah.
So in the theory, I have to do less explaining about, like, here's the entire plot of the game, now here's the theory, which ultimately undercuts the value of the theory, right? If I have to explain the story to you, you can't actually appreciate the theory. But if you've just watched Markiplier play Franbo, or us even play Franbo, and then we release a theory shortly thereafter, it's like, oh, it's fresh in my mind. I can appreciate this game that is relevant to me now much more deeply as a result.
Yep.
So that's the only challenge with it.
Okay.
Hockey for the win. Thank you for donating.
Thank you.
Philip Lewis, will you be doing something like Game Lab again?
If we possibly can. Yep.
Yes.
And also look out next week. What?
Next week?
This week.
Tomorrow.
Just kidding. Oh yeah, tomorrow.
But yes.
Yeah.
We are like YouTube wants us to do something with them again.
Yeah.
We're talking about what exactly that'll be. We're always looking for new kind of opportunities to do more like bigger scale shows. So yeah, you'll probably see something like that in the future.
Yeah. XX Black Ops 610. Hey guys, I'm going to be an RA at my university next year, and was wondering if you had any advice. Oh man. Being an RA is fun. It's a lot more fun than people give it credit for. Be yourself. Don't pretend to be like the cool RA or the tough RA. Actually, just be yourself and talk to people like you would talk to your friends in a lot of ways. Sometimes you have to help people, or you have to, tell people to, I don't know, obey the rules or whatever. But don't be something you're not. Yep. And don't do it in a way that you're not.
Also, don't take your residents to a bar.
Oh yeah, Matthew did that.
So real quick story. I know we got to run through a lot of this stuff, but real quick story is, the freshmen on Duke's campus, there's like one bar right off campus that like everyone goes to, and everyone like it's the thing to do.
And it's an 18 and older bar. It's not a 21 and older bar. It's an 18 and older bar.
Right, and so like they're allowed in and this and that. So my thought was, since this is a part of the freshman lifestyle and 90% of my residents are going to go there, one of my activities was, hey, we will go there during a period when it's not crowded, when there's no real drinking going on, when it is like still early in the day, so that way you guys know how to get there, like what the place is like, how to navigate around, so that way when
it's 2 a.m. and you're there,
you're not putting yourself at any personal risk, because when you leave campus, especially at Duke, it gets a little dangerous.
Yeah.
And especially if there are other things that have happened over the course of that night.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to do it as a means of like, hey, I'm creating a safe environment for you to participate in this thing that I know you're going to do, but like at a way that's going to make it okay for you.
The university didn't exactly see it that way.
They saw a lot of the things I did as a bit controversial. I almost got fired like 3 times.
Like 3 times. It was amazing.
But you know what? I had great relationships with my residents. They had healthy years. They stayed safe, and
that's really all
like
that matters.
Call my methods unorthodox, which they did. I think at the end of the day, the residents had a better freshman year experience as a result of it. So.
Yep.
But don't do that. If you value your job, don't put it at risk. Isaac Slayton, Matt and Steph, I just recently discovered GTLive. Thank you. And it's one of the best YouTube discoveries I've ever made. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's
keep up the good work.
awesome. Thank you, Isaac. Yeah.
We've really enjoyed doing it.
It's awesome.
It's one of the best parts of our day.
Shell Choksky. Shile
Choksky.
I do a series on my channel.
Speedy Kings.
Called Let's Learn Something, where I learn stuff. Do you have any cool talents I could learn? Any feedback?
Okay, this is Speedy. Here, you can ask another question while I pull up Speedy Kings.
Let's pop up our third question. There's going to be a little button right there. Push it. It's going to drop down. Just pick an option. That's all you have to do. And if you don't see it, you can refresh the page and it should be there. The question is going to be, what is your favorite kind of GTLive? Ooh, how relevant.
Oh, man.
Your options are spoopy, scary games, story games, challenge games or challenge videos, rage games, or like multiplayer games where like stuff where you can play with us. So pick your favorite. And like that should be appearing in a little card that's like right up here. Just click the card and it's going to drop down and you're going to pick one and it's going to be great. And you're going to be like, wow, this one's my favorite. No, this one's my favorite. How am I going to choose? But you will. But you will. You will choose.
I would love to see you learn...
Bowling.
Bowling? Good one.
What?
I would,
he has kickboxing on there.
I'd like to see you learn how to do a backflip.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
He does handstand. He does finger whistling, juggling, vlogging, stilts. Backflip would be awesome.
Backflip. Yeah, I like that one.
Also, obviously, this was not your last video. Calling you out for clickbait.
Yeah, jeez, man.
You know what? Doing it. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So that's Speedy Kings. The Theorizer. Hey,
Theorizer.
Hiding in the chat. Blah,
Heyo.
You're hiding, but you're not really hiding, Theorizer, because, you know, we found you.
Curious Builder. Have you ever read Homestuck? Do you know the story of it? It's very interesting. However, the first act is very slow and boring to most people. I have not read Homestuck.
You have not. I have.
Yes.
I do know the story of it. It is very interesting. And you're right, the first act is very slow. Like many creative endeavors, you know, and TV shows and whatever, movies, like it
Sometimes
starts slow,
you gotta get through those first few episodes.
but it pays off. So yes, 100%. Codrid Cud.
Have you ever heard of voluntarism? Also, I'm from Mansfield, Ohio, and currently stationed in North Carolina. Ohio is superior.
Yeah,
what?
Ohio is superior.
No,
Codrid
false.
Cud.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe it.
Have you ever heard of voluntarism?
No, I don't know what that is.
What is voluntarism?
Oh, God.
Look it up. Add it to the list.
Look it up.
Wait, I'm gonna hold up.
Oh man.
Shoot, hold up. Voluntarism. Less common for voluntarism. Voluntarism.
On voluntary action.
The principle of relying on voluntary action.
Fundamental dominant factor in individual. Oh God.
With reference to the.
We may have to look into this.
Social. I have. Yep.
We're gonna have to. Yep.
We'll
get back to you on that one.
Let us look into that one. Lonely Jashinist.
I don't have much money. Sorry. Oh, you're amazing.
No,
oh my gosh. Thank you for
worry about it.
participating. I just want to say that you guys make me happy. I got accepted into my dream
my
college.
gosh!
I'm so excited. Love you.
Clap and a half.
Clap and a half. That's so
Congratulations.
awesome.
If you don't have a lot of money,
save it for books.
Save it for college. Because you're going to need it.
Oh, God.
Holy cow. No, but thank you for donating regardless.
Yep. Thank you, Kevin Carlisle.
Kevin Carlisle. Thank you. Clankbot. Have you ever played a game called Antichamber on stream? I don't know. You could go back on the GTLive archive to find out. I believe this is the type of game that will catch your fancy.
Look it up. Add to the list.
We'll save you the look. We haven't.
We haven't.
We have not. So Jason and Chris will look into that and we'll check it out.
Right.
Let's see. Dalman.
Dalman A.
What programs do you use for GTLive and Game Theory? As far as editing programs or live streaming?
Just run through them real quick.
Premiere Pro. So for audio, Audacity, which is free and easy to download. Premiere Pro, which is free and easy
expensive and
to pirate.
annoying. Yeah. What?
We do not condone that.
Not that I said. I mean, I'm just stating a fact that it exists out there. And that I pay for it now. Photoshop, a lot of Photoshop. GTLive, any programs that we should know about? Like, we use a TriCaster.
Yeah. The TriCaster.
So, like, not OBS or XSplit, so, like...
Yeah, we're a little bit weird.
Is a bit trickier. TTBN Gaming, Matt Pat, you jumped on my back at the Game Lab premiere. Yes!
Oh, man!
And being there really helped inspire me to do a channel. Do you think gaming channels are being too saturated to have new YouTubers break through? No, I don't. However, I do think that doing a gaming channel nowadays is actually harder because gaming is now more fragmented than it's ever been.
I was going to say, if you're going to start a gaming channel, the first thing I would think about is what is your favorite kind of game or what kind of game do you want to specialize in? Because at this point, the channels that are taking off in gaming specialize in a specific type of game or even one specific game.
Yes, so don't try to be a generalist and be like, here's Pokemon, and here's FNAF, and here's
GTA
Dota,
5,
here's GTA. Don't do it. Figure out, I'm a Roblox guy and Minecraft guy. Boom, done, that's it. I'm a mobile gaming guy. Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, great. Like, choose the, one or two games that are very narrowly focused that you can do from here into eternity.
Yep.
That was TTBN. Austin Ticknor.
Yeah, Austin.
Hey guys, here's an idea for an episode. Matt Pat versus Gaijin Guma Denlock 2
Oh, we did
versus
this
3D Sonic games. Your thoughts, plus happy belated birthday, Steph.
Aw, that's awesome.
Hey,
Thank
Austin,
you.
tell Goomba that. Tell him
Right?
to send me his
Awesome.
research. Iden McClory, I have seen every video,
my gosh.
on all of your channels, and I have to ask, thank you. What is your favorite size series on your channel?
First of all, clap and a half.
Yeah, thank you for watching that's incredible. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's incredible.
Favorite side series. For me, I always love digressing and side questing the once a year when Ronnie could actually do it. I thought it was always really good. And then he's just like, rest in peace, digressing and side questing. And with Austin on the channel now, I love having Austin on the channel.
Yeah.
Goomba, you're great too.
Yep. Okay. I don't know. How do you pick? I don't know.
It's like picking your favorite child.
I know.
Ronnie. Doi needs sleep. You guys have legitimately become part of my family. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough for everything you did for me. So much respect and love, Doi. Thank you.
Oh, that's so amazing. Thank you so much.
Hopefully, Doi, we pronounced your name right as a member of our family.
Dwa. Maybe it's Dwa.
Doi!
Cyprian. I try to watch every one of your live streams. That's amazing, even when I should be working.
Yeah, what else are you going to do, right?
What's your tips and tricks for fighting procrastination?
Not watching our live streams while you're trying to be working.
I know, counterintuitive considering the context and that I am doing so now. Awesome. That's so amazing.
What are your tips and tricks for not procrastinating? Oh my gosh.
Geez.
To-do lists are really satisfying,
actually setting yourself checklists and then having the joy of checking things off makes you feel like you're actually doing something more fun.
Or rewarding yourself after you've done something that you tried to do on that checklist, right? So I know, like,
I'll eat a cookie after I finish this. I'll go to lunch after I finish this.
It's something that I do all the time.
My rewards are all food.
Like, I finished a paragraph of Petscop. Let me eat a cookie. Great.
Right. Awesome.
And drink a bat of Diet Coke.
Dapper. Thank you.
Would you consider
go for it?
Doing a theory on the game Don't Starve? The game has quite an in-depth lore as well as many unsolved mysteries.
Yes, maybe.
What's the word? These two are chuckling
Chuckles,
over there.
yeah. What do you know?
Nothing. Pay attention to the, fans.
You pay attention to their important questions. Dapper, I would say Don't Starve is another one that I haven't had a chance to look into. Like, that's another one that I've heard of. I haven't looked into it. I will put it down.
Write it down.
Put it down.
I don't see anyone's hands moving.
Right, where are your hands? What are you doing? Chris is just sitting there.
Right,
okay, Jason's ready.
Sarah B videos.
What are you doing
Plus,
there?
I've brought this game to your attention in the past.
Sarah B videos.
I love the support to the channel super chat brings. That's awesome. Thank you so much for participating.
This has been like I feel like we turned off the super chat like 15 minutes in.
I know, which is
I mean, good and bad.
We just wanted to get everybody in.
Everyone. Ramil John Santillon gonna try this. I've been meaning to ask Stephanie this, but will you marry me?
Oh wait, never mind. You're married, lol. Can I get a clap and a half instead? I totally would, but
I hear polygamy is a thing in Utah.
I've made some commitments already. I can't.
Is that official?
I can't break my. Thing? I don't know.
Can you be official? You can't, right?
Apparently, the Church of Latter-day Saints has officially made it a not official thing that can happen.
Oh boy.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. So you kind of still can?
I've already kind of put my stake down, but otherwise it would totally be a yes.
Ramil,
blind
though. Look, you can see like his tiny thumbnail though. That might be him.
I know.
Oddly round triangle. That's amazing. Oddly round triangle. You have a really awesome name. I have rheumatoid arthritis. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. In my wrist. So. Your name is cute. I have rheumatoid arthritis in my wrist and I'm unable to work or play a lot of games. Will you guys play Danganronpa or 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Door?
It's the second time we've got that.
That's the second time we've gotten Dangan.
We gotta learn how to pronounce it. It's at the point where we're gonna have to actually pronounce it. And then 9 Persons. I've heard of this one.
Have you?
Yes, I have. It's been requested in the past, and it's somewhere on the list. But maybe we can bring it to the top.
Okay.
And also, fun fact: I used to work on medicines that treat rheumatoid arthritis, like Enbrel.
Well, do you have any recommendations?
No, I'm not a doctor. Jeez.
Okay. Mario Star 92. Speaking of Earthbound, have you tried to play Earthbound 0 Mother 1 yet? If so, what do you think of it as an Earthbound fan? I have played Earthbound 0 Mother 1. It is brutally difficult. It is incredibly slow. It is so heavily grindy. So
highly recommend. 10 out of 10.
You know, honestly, I play. if I was recommend play Earthbound, play Mother 3. I think you can skip Earthbound 0, honestly. I think a lot of the same ideas are repeated in Mother 2 Earthbound proper, Earthbound 0 doesn't add a whole lot to the story. So, honestly, it's like, for me as a hardcore Earthbound fan, I was super stoked to play it. It was really exciting to see the origins of the series, but for more casual fans or people who are just looking to get involved in the series, then you can skip it.
Yep.
Eric Lab 97. Hey Matt, how do you turn on super chats during your live stream?
Community settings.
It's the community settings. It's as easy as
you
that.
Got it. Sarah,
take it from Chris, who did it today.
How does Chris and Steph, I think, know each other? Chris is a cutie, by the way. You should do live streams with Chris and Jason. Join sometimes like Just Dance. They look cute. We don't want
them to get too big of heads,
right?
Over there.
I know. They just blow up. It's crazy.
Yeah, they like, oh, look at me.
And Chris and I went to the same high school growing up, and I know Chris's sister from way back when.
Chris's
sister
was
in my wedding.
In the wedding.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she was in our wedding.
Yeah. So
yeah. All sorts of nepotism going on around here.
Wow.
Anyway.
Man, people are worried about us hiring women.
I know, jeez.
Jenna, thank you for your donation.
Thank you for participating.
Lily Anna Schwartz, thank you for sending in some cashola. Eddie Ember.
I'm making a fan game based on GTLive called GTLive An Untold Story. Oh man, have you heard of it? It's on Game Jolt. Oh man, I've put over 300 hours into it so far. I need you both to make happy, sad, angry, confused, silly, worried, scared, and neutral faces for your face sets.
Okay.
Oh man, okay, ready?
Happy.
Ready? Sad.
Sad.
Angry. Confused. Silly. Worried. And scared.
Scared. There you go. Can't wait to... Hey, and once
and neutral.
Neutral.
Okay, great.
Matthew, can you do another confused face? I don't think you captured it.
I don't know.
Great.
Thanks, guys.
Ask him a hard question.
Hey, submit the game on the subreddit, and hopefully
we would love to look into playing it. Yeah,
it'd be amazing.
It's Izzy Mate says, "Hey, sorry I couldn't donate too much." Oh, that's oh my gosh, you're so nice.
Seriously, don't worry about it.
But I just want to say thank you. Back in 2016, Matt liked 2 of my tweets, and it turned my world upside down. And I've been noticed on GTLive so many times, and you two are so lovely. I love you.
You're amazing.
Oh my gosh,
thank you.
That's so nice.
Well, and thank you for sending in a donation. Thank you for being such a loyal theorist and watching.
Oh my gosh.
It's awesome to that's what's awesome, to having such an exciting community all the time. You guys rock.
Zach Kirkham. I don't think my last message made it. Are you guys going to redo the For Honor video based on the new information of Vikings?
No. Zach
dude.
Kirkham, no. And the reason why, honestly, is I thought about it because that one got a lot of backlash. The problem is, one, we did do our research on that, and the stuff that we do say in it is factual to, I guess to an extent, but it didn't go as deep as some, hardcore experts on Vikings, maybe. And the reason why we don't address that sort of stuff immediately after is because we can't. It takes about 2 weeks for a typical game theory to get made.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
It takes 100 hours, and so to turn something around as quickly as it's still relevant to that video, we can't do it. It physically can't be done based on the time and resources that we have available. And usually just bringing attention to it just brings on more hate anyway. And even if we correct it, people are still like, oh, you still got this wrong, or you didn't address this one minor point. And so usually I let the community sort it out from there, right? There were plenty of other YouTubers who corrected us on it. The information's out there. Those videos get suggested against those videos just by how YouTube works.
Yeah.
And so the misinformation is clear. Any misinformation that was conveyed was cleared up. People watch those other videos. Those other channels got subs off of it, which is great for them.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So in the end, it all works out for the best. It's just hard for us to address complaints, and so that's why a lot of times I'll make joking references to controversies in the past as a means of being oh, it's my bad, or oh, sorry, tongue-in-cheek kind of apologies, or tongue-in-cheek kind of references to it. But it's to acknowledge, hey, I've heard you. I recognize that there were errors or complaints or whatever, but we're trying to move on and past that and like, hey, let's just look forward.
We gotta fly, man. Thorn Studios, thank you. Princess Dirk, favorite foods for you guys. If it has a shell and it lives in the sea, I'm all about it.
And I'm all about sushi.
And also angel food cake.
Gem Strike, will you collab with YouTubers like Jack or Mark? Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, and we've also done collabs with them in the past. Like you've done random encounter stuff with them.
Mark has been on a FNAF theory.
Yeah, I've done panels with Mark.
Jack and I made tacos.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. So I'd love to. The problem is like they're busy and I'm shy. To ask people to collab. Actually. It's true.
Daniel Perez, will you guys ever come to New York Comic Con? By the way, love you guys. You're my favorite YouTubers and the reason I pay for YouTube Red. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And yes,
we would love to. It's never worked out in our schedule so far, but we are always interested in going to Comic Con. We've actually always wanted to go.
Yep. Rolksy21, thank you for your donation. Graystorm1619.
Hi guys, love you. Will you play more Sally Face?
Yes, we will be playing more Sally Face over the next couple weeks.
Yes.
So I know part 2 is out, so we will definitely be playing that. Jose Luis Almanza, hey guys, I made a fan game, Adventures, in GTLive on Game Jolt. Will you be playing more fan games? Absolutely.
We will. We will
try
absolutely
to sprinkle
look
in
into
fan games
it.
as they're appropriate. Again, like I said earlier in the stream, there's been a lot of like big releases for the channel lately, like Hello Neighbor that we've tried to get through. But absolutely, we work those into the schedule, and these guys are always taking notes on that sort of stuff to make sure that we check them out and get through them.
Yeah. Koharu Nami, I wanted to let you guys know I got the handwritten note from Matt Pat with my T-shirt.
Yes!
And it was super exciting. By the way, today, my birthday is on the 20th.
Hey!
Oh, that's so awesome.
Clap and happy your birthday. Thank you. And I'm so glad to hear that you got the notes. I was kind of sad when so there were a handful of handwritten notes that we sent out with the merchandise. And
and they were random. They were like random.
They were completely random. They were full pages long.
And they were all different. Like
they were all different. They were all different. I personalized
separately.
them for every single person. And I was kind of sad when I didn't see any tweets back or anything.
Whatever, yeah.
So I'm so glad. I am so glad you got it. I'm glad that you liked it. That's awesome. I'm sorry if you couldn't read it because my handwriting sucks. Lindsay Davis, thank you for donating. The Nick 572 Gaming. Has anyone donated $500 yet? I don't
think
believe
so. No.
I haven't noticed it, but
I think we would see it.
Right, I think we would have saw it.
Rose Rainwing, you guys are amazing. I love how you guys are always helping us learn. Also, my question is, what is your guys' favorite Pokemon? Ooh.
Eevee for me. I like Eevee because of all the different options that you can choose with Eevee.
I like Eevee a lot too.
Poser.
Like. Oh man. I don't know.
Jigglypuff.
Mew? Mew's like a cat.
I like Mew, but I was thinking of the evolutions of Charizard. No, I was thinking about evolutions of Charizard. Does it have to be Gen 1?
It doesn't have to be Gen 1.
If we're talking like starter Pokemon, mine would definitely be Charizard.
But that's not starter Pokemon. Noob.
Well,
it's okay.
You mean like
Charmander to Charizard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Charmander to Charizard.
Sure.
Okay. So, all right. What?
I'm trying to think of if I have any better ones than Eevee. No, Eevee. I've also always been a fan of Jigglypuff. Honestly.
Yeah.
Right? Jigglypuff deserves respect.
Jigglypuff.
So that was...
Overhyped.
There we go. Favorite Pokemon. Theater Love 1. I'm about to graduate in a semester. How nervous were y'all at this point? I wasn't nervous, actually.
No.
Probably should have been more so, honestly.
Don't be there. Honestly, there's no reason to be nervous. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. Line up as much as you can in advance, though. You'll feel better immediately if you know what you're going to.
Yeah, whether it's an internship, a job, I was doing like at the time I was doing auditions and already had solidified like where the first theater I was going to work at was.
Yeah.
So
get it lined up.
Get it lined up so that way you don't have to be nervous.
And if you're like, I don't have enough time, you're never going to have more time than you have now.
E44, what do you consider to be one of your hardest theories to research and the easiest? Hardest, like I said, was Chun-Li's helicopter kick as well as FNAF stuff.
Yeah.
Easiest would be... darn.
Easiest. Oh,
the easiest ones tend to be the ones where it's like, could this happen in real life stuff? So like Watch Dogs was actually surprisingly, like it was a fun one to do, but it was an easy one to do because it was like hacking in real life. Can I hack a stoplight? Can I hack an ATM? Can I hack piping or whatever? And so those, there's plenty of information about that online, and so those are fairly easy to write.
Let's see. Lumbrali, when are you continuing Lisa?
when we're through, like, again,
we're
kind of in that hot and heavy
and
period
stuff,
of stuff, so
it'll be back.
Probably in September, I would say.
Yeah. Zach the Creator 17 just wanted to say how much I love you guys. I watch y'all every day. That's
Thank
so
you, Zach
awesome.
the Creator. You're amazing.
Angry Moose Gaming.
Moose Gaming, welcome back.
I was wondering if you were planning to do any Halo theories.
Oh, we did that one.
We did that one. Okay, great.
We did that one.
We got you.
Lawrence 900. Hi, love you all and your channel and the GT Lives. Also love when you break out into musical theater songs. I was wondering, what are some of your favorite musicals?
Ooh.
The Wild Party, both
Which one?
Andrew Lippa version and Michael John LaChiusa version. The Full Monty, The Producers, and Reefer Madness.
Nice. Good job.
Those are really deep cuts, except for Producers. So give them a look. They are all fantastic.
Okay.
You, Steph? You like musical theater?
I do. Let me think about it. Let's move on.
Okay. Treehouse Magic. You guys are so special to me. My mom and I both love your theories and watch GT Live together. You both inspire me to do better. Love you guys so much, and I hope to meet you guys one day.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Treehouse Magic, I hope we meet you too.
Yes, we hope you do too. And hopefully you see, and at this point, these are donations who came in an hour ago, so thank you guys
hopefully you're
for
still here.
waiting.
Thank you for hanging around. We didn't know how fast they would come in.
Yeah, if you know someone who donated in the early parts of the stream, tell them that we're getting through
We're getting
all of
it.
them.
We're getting it.
We're at 418.
Yeah.
Comments that came in at 418, but we're getting through all of them, like we say.
Yeah.
We're getting through all of them.
Azulon. Hi guys, I've translated 27 GT videos
gosh,
to the best of my
Azulon,
abilities
thank you.
out of the pure platonic love for the show. Shame I'm about the only person doing Norwegian captions, but it doesn't amount to some pride. Stay awesome. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Azulon.
So I have for a long time, I think Chris is probably taking it over now, but for a long time, I was the one who was going in and approving each individual translation by hand. I have seen probably almost all of your translations. Thank you so much. And I've even thought to myself, I wonder who is translating into Norwegian. Thank you so much for doing it. Just know that it is absolutely appreciated. We love it when people translate episodes, and we don't have the ability to do that. It makes a huge difference, though. Thank you to anyone and everyone who has ever done a translated video.
And fun fact, one of our editors who has done, at this point, I believe, 60 episodes,
is from Norway.
Is from Norway,
yeah,
so
woo-hoo.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
CreepyKid92, I've been a YouTuber for 2.5 years, and I still have 40 subs. Can you check out my channel and watch one of my videos to see what I'm doing wrong?
We may have to follow up on that one. I think we should probably follow up on that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next, or I can look at it while we answer another one. Sume Bay, could you please check out my channel, Sume Bay?
Oh, man.
Oh, man, no, we're getting the channel request.
We gotta
Sume Bay and Creepy Kid. Okay. I have 17, Kaiden's channel. I have 1,700 subscribers, but I'm only getting under 100 views on my videos. How do I increase my views from subscribers? Look into your analytics. Look at what videos have gotten you those subscribers. Where have those subscribers come from?
Yep.
And deliver more of that style of content to them.
Yep. Seriously, and it doesn't matter how big or small your channel is. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Again, it's about keeping focus around what specific thing you do.
Yeah.
Because that's going to ultimately help you.
If they liked it when you played that specific game, do more of that specific game or games that are really similar.
Thorn Studios. Hey, Matt Pat, does the neighbor's house remind you of the Winchester Mystery House?
Oh, I've heard of that house. Yes, it does a little bit. Yes.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, it's this house with a bunch of like secret passages and stuff, and it's really cool.
Oh, I want to check that out.
Yeah, I'll show it to him. I know exactly what you're talking about, and yes, definitely.
Jessica DeReamer, thank you for your donation. Megan Gary, any advice for job searching in the arts field? I graduated recently, theater and graphic design, and I'm having a hard time. I get my resume out, but nothing. I'm desperate. Please help.
Oh man, it's very hard.
In the arts field.
And you're not alone at all.
Honestly, start a project online. Whether it's, it depends on what kind of art you do.
But to help you build a portfolio.
And also to show that, because at this point, people recognize that, hey, people with social media followings or people who have a YouTube channel that gets a decent number of views or whatever, like, are people that we want to hire. They are people who are experts.
If you're graphic design, it could be Instagram, it could be something else. It certainly doesn't have to be YouTube.
Animated Twitter accounts at this point are doing really, really well.
Yeah.
If you're doing art on the side anyway, upload it somewhere to one of those social media platforms where you can gain a following, and that in turn gets people more likely to hire you and allows you to continue doing the art that you love to do.
Yeah.
Megan Gary, Warpipe. What is something from the Metal Gear series you would like to make a theory on?
Ooh.
Similar to kind of what I said earlier, there's the Patriots, there are the individual boss powers, also just like some of the weird genetic stuff around like cloning and all these different clones of Snake. There's so much that you can address in that series, like every single element. I'd love to explore.
Kaharunami says, by the way, I just want to let you know I got a second set of shirts I didn't order. I contacted the store. Well, hey, at the very least, maybe bonus shirts.
Yeah, Kaharunami, don't
worry about it.
Just keep
keep
them.
it. Yeah. Hang on.
Red2503, could you stop making FNAF? No. Because again, I posted about this on Twitter, but at the end of the day, and we said it earlier, we're entertainers. We are here to give you the content that you're looking for,
and people watch it.
And people want FNAF. The view counts show that the majority of people who watch this channel want FNAF videos, and so as long as the people are excited about them, we will continue.
Oranga Gaming. Yeah. Love watching you guys. Your relationship is admirable. You're one of the reasons I created my channel. Thank you so much for being you. So much love.
Well, good luck
awesome.
with good luck with
good luck with your channel. Woo!
Razroth, how do you balance work and personal time and projects? How do you push or encourage yourselves to finish large projects? Love you both and the work that you do.
It's really hard. Once we learn how to balance personal time and projects, we will let you know.
Right now it is.
It's getting better. Yeah,
it's getting better.
It's getting better. Honestly, having people around helps with that. And also, like Chris and Jason and Dan and the other people who we have working with us really help with that. But also, I think for finishing big projects, actually having each other around to push each other or encourage each other or to help scrape the other person up out of depression helps a lot.
And you
whenever
guys too,
that happens.
honestly. I know that at the end of the week, you guys are always looking for a theory, and so making sure that we are on the ball, delivering you guys good stuff, it gives me the motivation that I need to kind of get through it.
The feedback we get from people who watch the shows is the biggest factor to making the show better.
And also, I'm just a guy who likes completing things and achievement and stuff, and so that's a big reason why.
Rocky Glasner, thank you.
Yeah, Rocky Glasner. That blue-eyed wolf, have you heard of Don't Starve? Hey,
woo-hoo!
Earlier this stream, you should play
Got
it.
it.
Love you. Thank you. We will. Sam Kipp met you at VidCon and gave you a Deadpool Hemingway drawing.
Yes,
I remember.
yes.
We have it.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
You guys are no joke. Some of my best friends. You guys inspire me every day to be my best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam Kipp. You're awesome.
And for the drawing, which we still have.
Yes.
We can't hang everything behind us.
We rotate it through, though.
Yeah, so thank you for that.
Asha414, thank you. I've watched you guys for a while now, but I've never gotten a clap and a half. Can I get one today? Thanks for the awesome content you do every day. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, clap and a half to you. Handbasket Gaming, you guys inspired us to start our channel, and for me at least, attempt streaming. Any tips for growing an audience or pointers for our channel if you have time to take a look? So, when it comes to streaming, it depends on what platform you're streaming on. If you're on Twitch, it's a harder core gaming streaming channel or system. And so you want to do more of the Blizzard games, the speedrun friendly games, the ones that are hardcore gaming franchises. And you're going to want to do it for longer stretches of time. Twitch is a much longer form watch session.
Yeah.
On YouTube, shorter games that are more personality driven tend to work best. And especially since YouTube is a search platform, doing things that are popular in the mid and upper tier channels are things that are going to make sure that your streams get suggested against stuff that they're doing, especially your archive streams, which will help you get viewers and more loyal followers to what you're watching or what you're doing.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Victoria Ferguson.
If we're not good at art, what else can we send you?
If you're not good at art, suggestions for episodes.
Yeah, suggestions for episodes,
funny
ideas.
Tweets. I like funny tweets a lot.
Yeah,
dad jokes.
Fun quotes. Oh yeah, he's big in the dad
puns.
jokes.
I love puns.
Mm-hmm. Any of that poetry.
Bad art.
Your limericks.
Love bad art. Bad art is always
bad art. It's always great.
The Black Ops Gamer, thank you for submitting. Gilligan Grapefruit, hey, today's my first day of college classes, and I'm glad I caught the live stream. So question, what are your thoughts on whether Bill Cipher is still alive? Bill Cipher is absolutely 100% still alive. No questions asked. Hands down. You will see him in one of, I don't know if it's going to be Rick and Morty. I don't know if it's going to be Star versus the Forces of Evil or whatever, which I'm in the process of starting to research. But you will see, I guarantee, Bill Cipher again. He is still very much alive. And we might have a theory that we're working on in the background about that might involve Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Marek Bartusek, I think it would be cool to look into some anime for film theory. There are some ridiculous physics and other shenanigans to be found in them. I can offer up ideas via Twitter.
At HP Star 11.
So we love doing anime on Film
Death Note Theory is in the works right now.
It's almost done.
It's almost done. There's another one on Full Metal Alchemist that we're working on. I know Sword Art Online is another one we've gotten a lot of requests for, even though it's kind of a controversial one. No, there's more anime stuff on the way. Again, in the idea of trying to do more different things than kind of the main franchises on both channels, we're doing a little bit more of all of that. You
gotta spread the love about stuff like anime, because sometimes you just would never find it.
Yep. Guillermo Alexandre, thank you for donating. Mario Star 92. Have you watched Mythbusters?
Oh my gosh.
How do you react when they stated that they will be ending the series? I was really sad, but the show actually lasted for a really long time.
It had a really good run, and the nice thing about Mythbusters is, like, sometimes I find it actually pretty rewatchable. Like, can, like, seeing how they do it, appreciating it. I think you can watch reruns of that like all day.
In fact, tomorrow's Film Theory makes a direct Mythbusters joke/reference, because we haven't done one in a while. So we thought it would be fun. But yeah, Mythbusters is great. I haven't watched the new. I know that they're like rebooting it or something. I haven't seen.
They were, yeah.
I don't know if that's still a thing.
Emily Booz Erickson, you guys are the only YouTubers that I like enough to buy merch and donate. That's so nice. Just wondering if there will ever be any baby pats. Skip is our baby pat.
Game Theory
is our baby.
Is our baby.
We have so many babies.
Jason's
a baby. Kind of a baby. I mean, God. We got a baby a lot of people around here. I'm just saying, this is a house full of babies.
Miranda Fry, thank you so much for donating. Hi, Matt and Steph. Now that I have done this, I have no idea what to say. I love your guys' videos, and GTLive is going to be my last year of high school.
Oh, man.
And GTLive. It is going to be. I'm like, GTLive is going to be your last year of high school. I don't get it.
What?
It's going to be my last year of high school, and you guys have made my high school life awesome. Thank you. Well, hopefully,
that's so great
hopefully we can make your college life awesome,
too. Take us to college.
Yeah, bring us to college with you.
Come
on. Completion Nick. 34, 89, 62, 100% Nick Tree.
Oh, God.
Says, hey, Matt, I have a theory. What if Yellow Yoshi and Blue Yoshi are Somo Phil and Amazing Flying Hammer Bro from Mario World? They share characteristics and abilities. Somo Phil and Amazing Flying Hammer Bro. Sumo? It might be Sumo Phil and Amazing Flying. There are Flying Hammer Bros from Mario.
So maybe
some of that might have been lost in translation. Maybe a little skosh.
But it sounds interesting.
But it's a theory that I will try to translate it, and next time we do one of those like deep lore Mario theories,
we'll look at it.
Okay,
so the Yoshis are basically double agents, is what's going on here.
Flying Hammer Bros. Yeah, are they actually turning into the villains? That's interesting. There might be something there. I will look into it.
Yeah.
Vaughn Miller gave us $20 for suit money donation. Been there, Matt. Thank you, Vaughn.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Actually, I do need a new suit. At this point, I have worn that suit for no less than 6 years.
Yeah.
It's a
like
good
your only suit.
But now that pictures get taken of me and shared online at like industry events.
If you'll notice, anytime he's wearing a suit, it's always the same suit.
So I need to mix it up. So yes, thank you for the money donation.
Kilocat. Been having a tough time with dissociation this week, and wanted to say watching your streams helps out a lot. Also, Steph is the best. Sorry, Matt.
No need to apologize, Kilocat. Steph is the best. That is 100% accurate. I am second best.
And thank you, Kilocat.
I am comfortable in my role. Techmaster, did you know sprinkler time is bad for the environment? You should do it in AM time, California.
We were giving California drought some breaks. And
actually, it's best to do it at night.
It actually is. You're supposed to wait till the sun sets.
Because if you do it in the morning, it's going to evaporate off the grass during noon.
True story, man. So you do it after dark, and then the dew settles in the morning, and that's how you keep it balanced.
It's also one of the reasons why
we've been in a drought for a long time now. We know these things. It's also one of the reasons why
we backed off of sprinkler time a little bit, just because we now do the sprinklers not every day.
Yeah.
Because the grass is fully healed at this point.
Yeah, and we don't want to overdo it. So
GSD03. I make stop motion. I'd like to hit 150 subs. Could you help me out?
Oh, man.
By the way, I love your channel.
GSD03, you guys.
Check out GSD03, guys. Get him to 150 subs. That would be amazing.
Stop motion is cool.
It's GSD space 03.
Yeah.
Check him out. With the channel checkup ones, we'll have to follow up or figure something out for you guys. Gamer Inspector 4700. I'm making a video where I have my own Pokemon League and I'm making you in the Elite Four.
We got this one. Got you.
I respect you a lot. We got you.
And we also got Studio 48.
We got that one as well. Studio 48.
Okay, great.
Emily Richardson, moving to my college dorm tomorrow. Just wanted to say thanks. And my question, what advice do you have in general for your fans?
Oh, man. Oh, wow. In general for your fans.
General life advice? Holy ballsack.
Whoa.
I know. That's a painful ballsack. Advice for fans in general?
There's so much. Or, like, how do you...
There's a lot.
How do you have something that applies to everyone,
One we said earlier, and I want to reiterate it now, which is don't be afraid to be yourself. I was afraid to be myself for a long time. And Stephanie helped me learn that it's okay to be myself, and I have her to thank for that, for becoming comfortable with who I am. And so don't be like me. Learn that lesson earlier, and if people don't like you, screw them. Then they're not worth your time, honestly. You shouldn't have to hide who you are.
Yeah.
Other life advice is never stop learning, never stop questioning, and never stop challenging yourself.
Yep. And everything goes and comes, and nothing is ever as big a deal as it seems.
Exactly. Sydney Nelson, hey guys, I'm watching with my sister Susan from the hospital, and she's recovering from cancer.
Oh, man.
We just wanted to say thank you for being there when no one else was. You saved her life and mine.
Oh my gosh,
Sydney,
that's so nice.
we are there with you in spirit. Stay strong, both you and Susan. Good luck. You are in our prayers, and I'm sure everyone who's watching GTLive right now.
Oh my gosh, that hit me out of nowhere, man.
Send positive vibes to Sydney Nelson and Susan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and support them.
And we'll be here.
And we're not leaving the couch anytime soon. Samantha Walter, especially as we get through all these.
Right?
Samantha Walter, Matt, Pat, and Steph, I love you guys. I'm going into my second year of college to direct at theater camp. I have a 10-minute slot for my group to perform a complete show, and I might need ideas.
Oh my gosh.
I've
always loved excerpts from Arsenic and Old Lace.
Ooh, Arsenic and Old Lace is always really good. Watch.
Nah.
It's always watch Frasier. Actually, it's on Netflix right now. Watch Frasier. It's an older show that if you weren't like living in the 90s or didn't watch sitcoms in the 90s, it's great. And it's actually written a lot like theater.
It is. It's very theatrical. It's great. And sometimes there are scenes where people stay in the same room, like they're just sitting there talking to each other for like the whole time, and it's really easy to do.
And they'll do whole sequences where no one talks, or like it's all like physical comedy and stuff.
Yeah,
it's great. And so take some inspiration from Frasier. There's tons of awesome stuff in there.
Yeah.
The idea of like the rich nerd who kind of like is dealing with like more common people, or like there's a lot of fun stuff that you can deal with there.
Yeah.
So check out Frasier. Brenton Verlo, would you be able to do a theory on how materia from Final Fantasy VII works, or other Final Fantasy? Yes, 100%. Yes. We will absolutely be becoming more Final Fantasy. The problem is, I've been waiting for stupid Final Fantasy VII remaster Part 1 episode whatever to come out.
Yeah, we're just waiting for it. But when that comes out, totally look for it.
100%. I love Final Fantasy. I'm eager to cover it. It's just they are so slow at coming out with that game.
Cole the Mole. Have you been keeping up with Rick and Morty? Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and our thoughts were earlier in the stream, so check it out. Dylan Cocker,
whatever. Hey guys, Steph, have you played the Dragon Age games, and do you think you guys could do a theory on that series? Yes, I've played all the Dragon Age games except for one of them, except for the first one, I think.
No, you played the first one. You haven't played.
I played Inquisition. I played.
You didn't
play
the second one.
I haven't played one of them. Anyway, but I played multiple of them. I really like them a lot. I don't like them quite as much as Skyrim, but I like them a lot. And there's stuff to theorize about in there, but a lot of it's like very straightforward fantasy stuff. So we'd have to find something that's kind of unique about Dragon Age and then go from there. But yeah, I would love to.
Thorn Studios, hey, #GTLive. Does the neighbor's house remind you of Winchester? Yes. Did that one. Shell DJ, hey, Matt, Pat, and Steph. I hope everyone has a great day. I'm an aspiring video game programmer. However, I work solo as a student. Do you have any suggestions? I hope to start using RPG Maker. Any suggestions?
I mean, we've discovered like game developers out of nowhere, and some of the best game developers are being discovered in places like Game Jolt and in totally open, open free-to-play places.
Yeah.
Try and put your work out there. Just try and make sure that it gets there.
Oh, did we skip one? Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
And last thing I would say about that is, as you're making games, draw from your childhood. A lot of, like, Hello Neighbor is clearly drawn from, like, interesting religious illusions and, like, Russian folklore. FNAF came out of, Scott Cawthon getting, like, criticized in his other games. So, like...
And don't be afraid to get wacky.
Yeah, don't be afraid to get wacky or do, like, unusual things that make you unique. Like, art style, too, is another big one. Like,
Yeah.
if you can come up with a unique art style visually.
Or just one that you're really passionate about, that'll help.
Mist Lunarbane, any plans to do anything on RuneScape? I think you guys might like the deep lore, although there isn't much that's unexplained that still has space for a good theory. RuneScape is one of those classic things that I think you would really enjoy.
Yeah,
that I don't know that much about. It's a classic.
We need to look into it more.
Hey guys, have you ever played custom? Oh, this is Ray MKV. Have you ever played the Custom Robo series? And if so, have you ever considered doing a theory on the diving mechanics?
Ooh.
I've never played Custom Robo. Again, on one of
Put
those.
it on the list.
Diving mechanics. We haven't done anything with like
no,
underwater.
we have to look into it. Yeah.
When the shark chase game was a popular thing, I wanted to do something about sharks.
Yeah.
But then we just ran out of time. So if by diving you mean we're going underground or underwater, that seems interesting because I try to cover different topics and different like facets of education, so that would be cool.
Moogle Chaos, will there be any more episodes of Game Lab? Yes, I think we covered that one.
Moogle Chaos.
Jessica DeReamer, thank you.
Guillermo Diogo, can you consider making GTLive on a game called Creepypasta Land?
Ooh.
The game was able to make me not sleep without someone there waiting for me to sleep. It's fun.
Yikes.
Wow. Okay,
Put it on
dear.
the list.
That sounds awesome. Creepypasta Land.
Okay,
Absolutely.
all right.
Foxchild, thank you
Thank
for donating.
you.
Joe Burns, thank you for donating.
Sarah Ellen. I recently started getting into game development. I wanted to make a game about you. You should play on the live stream when it's finished. We will look
would love
for
to do it. Please submit it on the Game Theory subreddit. That is the easiest place for us to keep track of stuff like that.
Francisco Cortez, how do you feel about the Xenoblade series?
Xenoblade is phenomenal. I've been trying to get Stephanie to play it. It's just they're such huge, massive games.
You gotta be ready when you go into it.
But absolutely, like it's a phenomenal series. I was really excited about it. Some of the best RPGs ever.
Yep.
Steph is an RPG fan. I think she'll get a kick out of it.
Nestor Alvarado, my birthday is coming up. What game should I get? It depends on what kind of games you like.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And what systems you have. If you are a platformer, what should they get?
If you're a platformer and you have, honestly, if you're a platformer, you're on a budget and you have a Wii U, you can't beat Mario Maker because it is literally an infinite game. Then again, if you like platformers, there's Mega Maker, which is free and available right now for you to download, and is again another infinite game. So use them.
Yep.
Steph.
If you love open world adventure games, I've already cited a lot of my favorite games. I still think, even though it's like 2 years old, that The Witcher 3 stands up really well.
Witcher 3
and you can play it for like 150 hours, so you're going to get your money's worth.
One of the best games that's been released in recent years. Ferocity Films. Hey, Steph and Matt, you guys are an inspiration for me. I made a dinosaur VR choosy. I don't know what a dinosaur VR choosy is. Choose your own adventure.
Do you still think that's the future of content? Oh, VR.
I do. So, do you think that VR is still the future of content? It's a great question.
VR is interesting. I think AR is going to is a big contender, and I think there's going to be some like competition.
That being said, we are playing a phenomenal VR game tomorrow.
Yes, it's going to be really fun.
Which I'm really excited to share with you guys. It's one of the best VR games that we've played.
It's going to be really cool.
VR has to make big steps quickly before AR catches up to it. I think that's the only thing that's holding it back right now.
Livia Fianga, Chris needs a raise for his skills.
For his hotness? That is
What?
That is sexist.
I know. Jeez.
We were called out earlier for being sexist. So
God.
Imperial. Hey guys, saw you were reviewing a channel, and I'm so frustrated on why I'm not growing as much as I expected. Thanks so much. If not, anyways.
We'll write down all these things.
Consistency.
Yep.
Focus. Searchability. Length of video.
Yeah.
Those are the kind and
Make
thumbnail optimization.
Yeah. Make great thumbnails and titles that people are searching for.
Exactly.
Done.
On stuff that people are searching for.
Yep.
May care. Hey guys, never stop doing what you do. GTLive is like sitting in your living room with good friends. It saves us from some of us lonely nerds. Saves us lonely nerds.
Yeah,
too.
we're lonely nerds too.
Yep.
I hope you do some sort of event in New Zealand. Oh my gosh, we are visiting New Zealand for the very first time. Next month.
Yeah,
next month
we're
in
coming
September.
to New Zealand. It's going to be phenomenal.
We are so excited about it. We've never been.
Alexandriana, what is your favorite instrument?
Ooh.
Favorite instrument. Love you too. Thank you, Alexandriana.
I grew up playing the piano, but I love the violin.
And I grew up playing the viola, and I love the cello.
Awesome.
Aladair, sorry about the names. That college advice is spot on. Thank you.
Oh, that's
I'm
nice.
in Res Life. Yes. Okay, so you're RAGA.
Yeah.
So I loved every word. Thank you all for the awesome content. Well, thank you for supporting the show. And thank you for being an RA. I think Res or whatever part of Res Life you are.
Yeah. I think it's really important.
Colleges can never get enough quality residents like people.
Support people. Yeah.
So awesome for you to take on that job.
Danny Roxas Gomez, Matt and Steph, do you like hamsters? Oh my gosh, I love hamsters.
Danny Roxas Gomez, I love hamsters.
I had hamsters growing up. I had a hamster once that we bought, and then it had it had like 4 babies.
That's
2 weeks later,
they
were
hamster.
so cute. Bonus
hamsters.
Love hamsters. My the pet that I was closest to. Well, I have special connections with pets growing up, but like one of my favorite pets ever was this little white hamster. Its name was Casper, and I was inconsolable when it died. I was so in love with this hamster.
Well, now Casper is a friendly ghost.
Ghost hamster.
Okay, so these are still.
You didn't even know.
Also, let it just be said, this is now comments from 426.
All right.
And we're getting through.
We're almost through.
So thank you guys. Like we said, we are determined to get through every single person who donated.
And we're going to fly.
Museums, thank
you
so much.
Thank you for donating, DGN.
DGN, as a fellow theory junkie, why do you think bigger YouTubers don't shout out smaller channels? Do you think #GTLive could possibly do a monthly lotto to help smaller YouTubers grow, i.e., Felix and Sean did?
We could totally look into that. There are a lot of channels who do great content that don't get nearly the viewership that they deserve. One of the ways that we support smaller channels is by inviting them to do series on game theory and film theory.
Yeah,
we've done that kind of like that. That's how and why we do a lot of the sub series on the channel, is to spotlight content that is awesome and just doesn't get the viewership it needs for those people to have jobs.
Yeah, that's the reasoning behind that, is the fact that, you know, we are determined to, like, we see people who are doing really good work that we feel would work really well with kind of our existing lineup of channels and the existing shows, and we're like, hey, come join us, and that helps them, you know, jumpstart their careers, get more ad revenue than they normally would otherwise, and also get more exposure for anything that they're doing on their own personal channels. Yep. So that's one of the ways we've done it. That's a great suggestion, though. Hey, Chris, will you jump into my email and let Phil know that I am going to be late for dinner, because it's probably going to take me an hour plus to drive to dinner, and we're running late. So thank you.
Thank you.
Because I want to make sure we get through everything.
Okay.
Cool Abdi
300.
Cool Abdi 300. What theories most likely to become true? Well, a lot of it have been proven correct, right?
Yes.
The fact that Super Mario Brothers 3 is a stage play. The fact that the Super Smash Brothers series is telling I can't think of the name right now, but the creator's childhood growth story.
The Binding of Isaac theory.
Binding of Isaac was proven true.
Even Notch commented on the ending of Minecraft one.
Notch approved the ending of Minecraft one, and also FNAF, the FNAF 2 theory, Scott said most of it was correct.
Yep.
So a lot of them have been proven true.
Yeah.
I think the Watch Dogs ones about how the Ubisoft is building this connected universe, I think that one is also going to show to be true, much more obviously true in coming years.
Connor Kitchen, are you guys ever going to have kids? And if so, what would their names be?
Chris and
what
Jason.
are you got?
Yeah, they're already here. Their names are Chris and Jason.
He's the hairy one.
Skip's the hairy one.
Took after Matthew.
What are your guys' favorite science-y words? Mine is pneumo.
Oh God. Mono, ultra, microscopic, silica, volcano, volcanicosis. Oh my God. Mine's Bunsen burner.
I can pronounce that if you want.
Wait, are you kidding me?
What
really?
is it?
Pronounce it,
One of
Dan.
my favorite words.
I've never heard of this. What is it?
Pneumonultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Where'd you find that?
When I was like 12, I was like looking up really long words.
That's awesome.
All right.
Say it again.
There it is.
Pneumonultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
That's so
awesome. Mine is still Bunsen burner.
Wow.
What?
Good one.
What? I'm just saying.
Good one, science nerd. John Foster.
I've always liked mitochondria as well.
Oh, mitochondria is great.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
ever since I read A Wrinkle in Time.
I've also always enjoyed Krebs cycle. I think the name Krebs is funny.
John Foster. Hey GT, I'm John. You've inspired me to make a YouTube channel. I've been watching for a while. I remember my mom getting mad when hearing do a effing barrel roll from your Star Fox video. Thanks.
Hey, I censored it at least.
Yeah.
At least that's one thing that we try to do is like stay clean on the channel. What we do?
Except for you on the live stream.
The live stream is
a
little edgier. Still family friendly, but every once in a while I get a little edge.
Rashad Edwards. Hey, Matt, Pat, and Steph. Batman Telltale Season 2 is out. Can we expect a playthrough? Also, what game sequel or remaster would make you the most excited if it was announced?
John Foster, I'm sorry that your mom got angry. Rashawn Edwards, sorry, what?
Batman Telltale Season 2. I would love to play it. It'll be up to you guys. If you guys watch it and you want to see it, we would love to play through it. And a remaster that you'd be really excited about.
I'd love to see a continuation of Chrono. Going back to Chrono Trigger.
Oh my gosh, that would
Chrono
be
Trigger
great.
should have a follow-up. It should. It was going to be Chrono Stop, I believe, at one point. And then there were all these teaser images about it, and it never happened, and I was just heartbroken. I would love to see that game continued. Remaster. On the remaster side, I would love to see...
Earthbound would be really cool.
Earthbound's perfect the way it is.
Fine.
Remastering it will only make it less good. I'm not a big fan of remasters, honestly. I like playing games in their original state, and a lot of times remasters make the game maybe kind of worse. The Crash Bandicoot one actually made it harder because Crash Bandicoot's hitboxes and just sprite, what he is rounded as opposed to blocky, and so making the difficult platforming is actually harder in the new game.
Sydney Nelson, we already read that one. Fresh Brother, you are also good too. Great.
Thank you, Fresh Brother.
Thank you, Fresh Brother.
Ruben Harvey, hey Matt Pat, can we get a video with your evil persona of antimatter?
That's great.
Antimatter,
that's awesome. We have Darkiplier, Antisepticeye, and Nate Mayer. We need your evil persona. Ooh, I thought it was Pat Matt.
That's the reverse Matt Pat, not the evil Matt Pat.
Oh, okay.
Antimatter is pretty awesome.
I like that one.
Okay,
Okay, we may totally use that. Kenzie Starks, you guys are awesome. Have you heard of Toontown, and is it theory-worthy?
Toontown I have heard of. I need to look more into it, but I do think that there is
stuff to talk about.
Theory-worthiness there, absolutely.
Marlon Moses, I love you guys. Your video and your live streams keep me sane with my pre-med studies. How did Matt propose? I love GTLive, game theory, and film theory.
Dig onto the Game Theorist channel, sort by oldest videos, and you will find my proposal video.
It's there.
It's a video I used to propose. It wasn't the complete proposal.
Yeah.
But it is.
It is a big part of it.
It was a big part of it.
And it's the best, and it's awesome. It's still awesome.
It's still live too, right?
Yeah, it's still live. I don't think we've taken it
down.
If not, other people have ripped it and put it up somewhere.
Yep.
Jules Little, hey Matt, Pat, and Steph. Can't go to VidCon Australia, Melbourne, but if I bring my dogs and cats up there, could I meet you? If not, could I get a clap and a half?
Well, you can get a clap and a half for sure.
Oh yeah, that's done.
If you're able to get in contact with us, I'd love to meet your cats.
We could try.
And
we
dogs.
have a really packed schedule in Melbourne, so we're going to try and meet as many people as possible.
I don't know if your cats and dogs would really appreciate the trip. So for their sake, I'd probably advise against it. But, sure, why not?
Yep. Baron Stevens, just had my 1-year anniversary. What was the most embarrassing thing that happened at your wedding? At your wedding?
Embarrassing thing. Oh my gosh! The priest.
Oh my God.
The priest went off on this homily.
Oh, it was.
So in the middle of, in Catholic churches, he goes off on a homily to talk about the meaning of the day and the meaning of the Bible
passages. And they talked all about how women are below men, and it made me so.
He went off the rails.
Jason.
I know
how you feel about this kind of stuff, and I don't approve of it.
He's like, women, be good to your man. Listen to your man.
I almost walked out of our wedding.
And that is not our relationship at all. If this live stream hasn't made that clear.
And it's not an exaggeration. I was there gripping Matthew's hand so hard, and I was like, I think I was even whispering to you, I want to leave. I want to get out of here. I was like, get me out of here. I hate this. It was terrible.
It was a perfect wedding, except for that.
And
that was it went on.
And on. It was awful.
Needless to say,
the worst.
When I got the wedding video to edit, I cut that part out.
We cut the entire homily. Whoops.
Nate Jackson, hey guys, just wanted to say you're amazing. Masking, actually, and some of the most genuinely amazing humans on the planet. Thank you. And you guys make me smile every day, and I couldn't thank you enough for that. Also, Matthew, where is Mass Effect Part 3? It's actually Mass Effect Part 2, technically. So Mass Effect Part 3, just never going to happen. Mass Effect Part 2...
It's hanging out with Doctor Who.
It's hanging out with, Doctor Who Part 3. I learned from Valve that not releasing parts of series is a thing to do, and apparently people don't hate you for it, since the Half-Life community still... people just weren't that excited about Mass Effect Part 1. That's the reason why Part 2 was delayed, was because I'm like, oh, people don't really care about this.
All right, we're almost there. Jenna Z, sorry for only giving $5. Oh my gosh, come on. Seriously? But wanted to say thanks for being there with me when my anxiety gets bad and being my role models. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. That means so much to us.
The Kevinator! I have been a fan of your work for a while now. Also, will you guys be doing merch stuff again? Some people might have missed it.
Yes. The stuff that we did was totally limited edition, so if you got the merch stuff, that's the only time those specific designs will be out there, but there will be new ones. We are going to do more. Just we want to make sure, since we got such an overwhelming response and there was so many back orders for this last round, we wanted to make sure that everybody got their stuff before we put out anything else.
So we're working on new stuff. We're also figuring out a better system so that way people don't have these huge delays before they get it. Mr. Cake 21, I love you guys. I was wondering, what's your favorite Pokemon game, and Brawl or Melee? Okay, favorite Pokemon game for me, this is a weird one. Pokemon Snap.
Really?
Here's why. The game itself is incredibly limited, but it is so unbelievably unique, and it was really well executed for what it was. Is it the deepest game? Absolutely not. I think that all the other Pokemon games are probably significantly better, but I wanted to call out Pokemon Snap because I think it's underappreciated, and I think they did a great job doing something that is completely off the wall with it. Plus, it had that cool thing where you go into Blockbuster and print out the photos, which was wild and cool. Brawl or Melee? I like Melee.
And I like Brawl.
Great.
Awesome.
Koikai. How did you steal Stephanie's heart?
I wasn't paying attention.
Persistence. I eroded the resistance away, and she eventually gave in. True story. That's actually our best man during our wedding, during their toast, said that's the thing that you can learn about our relationship.
Persistence pays off. Liam Limbrick, thank you for participating in the stream.
Clankbot, hey, I was wondering if you've heard of a certain comic. Hey, can you tell us about Homestuck? Yes. Also been watching you for 6 years now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you, Clap and
Half.
And thank you for donating again.
Yeah,
or getting your comments seen. Anders Grav, these streams are great for putting off screen and playing games while listening to it.
Woo-hoo.
We need more of these. Well,
awesome.
We try to do it 5 days a week. Oh, these sorts of streams.
These streams.
Oh,
great.
These
Good
sorts
to
of
know
streams.
you like them.
Glad to know. Clearly you guys did, because we have not gotten to 4:30 as far as the questions go.
Blake Hurst, time to get personal. When did you know you loved each other? Oh, man.
Wow.
Has it happened yet?
Thanks, Jason.
You're born knowing something.
Wow.
I know.
It's the worst,
you can love people in different ways. You can know you love someone as a friend, and then you can know you love them as a romantic partner, and then you can know you love them in like a I love you no matter what you do in life kind of way. So different times for different things.
There was a moment at Thanksgiving at Stephanie's house. This was very, very early on in our relationship, and we were taking like a moonlight stroll through a park, and Stephanie pretended like she saw a shooting star.
It's true.
She
I lied.
She lied to me. So our entire relationship is founded on lies. It's great.
I wanted it to be a cool experience for him, and I thought it would be cooler if I saw a shooting star, and so I was like, look, a shooting star. But of course, shooting stars go so fast that if you're like, look, a shooting star, the other person has already missed it. So
she played me like a fiddle.
I just wanted it to be cool, okay?
Anyway, that walk, I think, was the first time.
Okay. Andy the Ultimate, I just wanted to say I love watching you guys play various games. You should check out The Lost Guardians by Rabbit Hole Studios. It's an alpha. It's a game where you fight fear. I would love to see you play it. Oh, that's
Any game
awesome.
that involves fighting fear is fascinating.
Yeah.
Let's do it. NK Floofy Poo, welcome back. Is there a good way to suggest games to you guys? We got that one.
This one.
Flame Ember, I live in Korea with my hubby. For 3 years, you guys have made me feel home. Oh my gosh. You guys mentioned coming to Korea. I was devastated that you might come and I wouldn't meet you. Please let us welcome you at the airport or something.
Oh my
if you come to
gosh,
Korea.
that's so incredibly nice.
That would be amazing.
We wanted to go. We had to change our plans at the last last minute and weren't able to go. But we are so excited about visiting Korea. We want to. There's a whole bunch of stuff we want to see there. We love Korean food. We love Korean culture. We want to research esports while we're in Korea. There's so much we want to do there. We will absolutely announce when we're coming.
Yeah, our current plan is actually hopefully to do it in time with the Olympics. So
the Seoul
Olympics. Yeah. So we will try to be there then. We'll definitely
and maybe
talk
before.
About it on live stream.
Yeah.
Jordan Whitlock, thank you for donating. Our
thank you.
Message was retracted, but thanks for donating. Fresh brother, Matt Pat, you are good in Pokken tournament.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah!
I had a blast. I was so nervous doing Pokken tournament. It was my first time playing competitively live.
Yeah.
So it was awesome to get to do that. It was it was awesome. I was really. It was probably the most nervous I've been playing a video game before.
Disturbed 11130. What are your favorite stream, game theory, film theory you've ever done? Favorite stream. I really love the one we did at VidCon. I thought that was awesome.
Yes, the VidCon one was amazing. It's on GTLive Archive channel if you didn't see it.
I also loved our bottle flip stream. I thought that was really fun. Some of my favorite ones are the IRL ones.
Yep.
My favorite game theory episodes. I might have to reevaluate now, but for a long time they were the Binding of Isaac ones. And then film theory. I've loved our Frozen ones, and I helped write those, so I like those a lot.
So favorite stream, I agree with Stephanie's choices. Game theory for me is actually the FNAF series because of they're just they're videos that have incorporated literally every editor, every person who has ever touched these channels. The partner shows, everyone has been involved in these in some way, and so I love those. I also really like the one that's coming out this week. Just because it's a very emotional one. I think it's a very important one.
Yeah.
Favorite film theory. I really like the Snow White film theory where we prove that the prince's kiss is not the thing that saves her.
Yeah.
I also am a big fan of the DHMIS film theories
I love
as well.
those.
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Shoot, I love those too.
Musems, thank you for donating. Monty Crane. At Zelda Nerd Girl, Dreamy wants to know how you all manage to still do what you love when people leave you hate.
There are some days when it's kind of sad.
So there are definitely days that hurt and that are hard to get through, but it's days like today where we get to talk with you guys, where we get to really engage with the positive parts of the internet and the positive parts of the community, that it's so rewarding. And seeing you guys get excited about an episode and talking about it and sharing it and debating it is awesome. And those are the moments that make all the hate worth it, really.
Yep. Decorum Mortis, thank you. Serenity Spaz Queen, Matt Pat, I want to thank you for making FNAF vids. They helped me to conquer my FNAF-induced year-long fear of the dark.
Good!
Question,
Congratulations.
What are you guys most afraid of? Oh, man. Mine are deep and existential, losing someone I love. That's what I'm most afraid of.
That's not really that deep and existential.
I mean, it's vague. It's not like spiders.
Mine is actually... What am I most afraid of? Failure was always one. At this point, I think at this point, though, I'd agree with Steph, fear of losing someone that you love prematurely.
Yeah.
I think that's the qualifier. There's the prematurely for me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think, and spiders.
And spiders.
Because I am actually very scared of
obviously spiders.
They are the worst.
Noah Salmond, who are your guys' favorite Survivor players or seasons?
Oh, season 2 of Survivor is amazing. Mari is my favorite Survivor player.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we know
You gotta
her,
love Mari.
and she's great from the season ago. I think Richard Hatch from season 1 is phenomenal because season 1 pioneered everything that would ever come from reality shows after that point, and he was the first person to introduce the idea of an alliance. It was so forward thinking.
I agree with all of that.
I also loved Colby from season 2. Season 1 and 2 are just great seasons of TV.
Yep.
Enzichel
Zezul, thank you for donating. What's your favorite classes in college? I start my first semester on the 28th. Matthew and I took a couple of theater classes together that I loved. I also loved our computer science class where we met.
I did a musical theater history class, which was amazing, and the computer science class where we met because we got to do a video game together, and computer programming is actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
CPU. Hey, Matt and Steph, my son is 7 months old. Oh, that's so exciting. And his favorite song is the GTLive theme. Woo! If you guys could, if you could give my wife, Becca, and son, Johnny, a clap and a half, that would make me super happy. Love you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh
Becca and Johnny.
Yes!
Clap and half.
Clap and half to you
and
guys.
Feel free to rock out to the GTLive theme song.
Anytime.
The Sahad says, have you guys ever checked out Hollow Knight? I watched a playthrough of Hollow Knight during Summer Games Done Quick, the speed running marathon, and it looks fascinating.
Yeah.
It looks like a game I would totally dig. It reminds me a lot of like Shovel Knight and that sort of stuff. I would love to play it. I don't necessarily know if it works on a live stream because it's very samey. It seems like it's pretty one note throughout the whole game, but it's a game that I personally would really enjoy playing. Posh & Co. says, love you guys. Have you ever seen Danganronpa?
Man, we are going to.
A lot of people want you to play it on stream. It's like Ace Attorney.
Yep.
Really? It's like Ace Attorney.
That's exciting.
Well, you can bet with everyone saying it, we're absolutely checking it out.
We got this next one.
Creepypasta Land we did from Guillermo. Deathman 2D JMK 416. Thank you for donating.
Thank you for donating. Dante Crossing, stupid question. Will you ever play Theory Hive Swap? I don't know Hive Swap.
I don't know Hive Swap either. Write it down. Ryoku Hasu, would you consider a theory on the Grox from Spore? Have you played Spore, didn't you?
I did. We'd have to look into it. We could totally check it out.
Did you enjoy Spore?
You know, for like 10 minutes.
Wow!
I mean, it was okay. It was fine.
UN Owen, hello Matt, Pat, and Steph. I love you both. Just want to let you know that Matthew is doing a sprinkler dance wrong. It's not symmetric with Stephanie's. That's always bothered me that Stephanie has not fallen in line, but you know, she's an independent
and then
woman,
and then I
believe in women's
switch
rights
arms.
here
Oh my god.
God,
whatever.
Clap and half from Brazil. Clap and half to you. Thank you.
Notice Me Genki says, just a game suggestion for you guys. Firewatch, the game is very interesting. We have storytelling and a ton of theory potential.
That's
Absolutely.
one that I'm intrigued about. I have purposely stayed blind to because I know there's a lot of theory potential there, and I don't want to like ruin it for myself, the experience.
Andrew Pearson, shout out to the crew behind the camera. Woo!
Hey, Jason and Chris and Dan. Woo!
Melank Joy, have you heard of Hive Swap? Thought of making theory on it. Just heard about it.
Amber Ryder, are you looking for production assistance, and if so, how can I apply?
Oh man, we are not at the moment, but if we do, we sometimes put job listings up in different places. But Jason's usually in charge of that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So, you know, hey, maybe he'll luck out.
Rails to Fails. What's the hardest game you've played so far? Battletoads.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Battletoads, hands down, without question. It is brutally difficult.
Yep.
Kelly Evans, what is your guys' favorite Pokemon? We answered that before.
Yep.
Also, what is the most Pokemon you had at one time? 150, I captured them all.
Yeah.
And then more, actually in Silver, I captured them all, and that's the most that I've had. Can you please check out my artwork at Haley Evans 6698 on Twitter? We will do that.
Mork26 Lynn, my cat Jojo likes to play with the game theory fidget spinner I got to skip like fidget spinners.
He loves fidget spinners.
Yes.
Cats love fidget spinners.
It is so weird.
Jessica DeRemmer.
Thank
you for donating. Abby Tracy, Steph. The OHIO fail made me cringe as I'm planning on going to OSU. Anyway, love you both. I rewatch your videos a lot. You two are my
learned my
favorites.
lesson.
You did.
Riley, hi, I've watched Game Theory since your first few videos. I love you guys, and I'm hoping to get a few words of wisdom. I'm moving to a new place for university after 2 years of procrastinating and...
Great. Well, continue procrastinating. But don't procrastinate so long that you don't move to your new place.
Yeah, and the advice we gave about new apartments also totally applies here.
Tarnished Dragon, hints on new merch, PJ pants maybe.
Ooh,
that's a great
idea. Yes, I was
Yes.
also hoping for like some pencil cases and stuff. So
that's
we're working
a great
on
idea.
it.
King Mastin Menace, are there any unreleased game theories? Can we see anything from those if there are any? Love you guys.
Ooh.
So, because scripts always come first when it comes to making game theories, there aren't any unreleased ones because if it doesn't form into a solid final theory, it doesn't become an episode. So actually there aren't unreleased ones, and
there
the
are
ones
a few
that are
like unfinished scripts.
There's a lot of unfinished scripts or like half completed ideas. Maybe those can come out, but I don't know if people would actually enjoy them because they are like unfinished and they'd just be better as a full on thing, you know? Let's see, where are we at? Courtney.
Courtney Edmondson, what is your favorite musical to listen to perform? I think we covered some of that already.
Hamilton right now is the one I like listening to. Performing, I like, again, Wild Party and Reefer Madness. Love Eccentric. Hey, Matt and Steph, I want to say that I love the channel and how much effort you put into staying connected with your fans. Like today, where it is 6:30. Damn it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Also, do you think you would ever do a theory about Deus Ex? Yes,
absolutely.
That's one of those unfinished episodes that we have ideas for and have never like fully fleshed out, but absolutely.
Yeah.
Ruben Harvey, love you guys.
Your videos got me through the hard times. Keep up the work. Thank you so much. By the way, the next channel idea, theater theory.
Theater theory would be hard because theater is like very restrictive of what you're allowed to show and talk about.
Yeah, it's really tough. But we would love to do something like that.
I'd love to just make theater more relevant to the modern gaming age. Jonathan Dykstra, any chance at continuing the Final Fantasy religion theory? I know it's a few years old, but that was the first theory I stumbled upon and discovered the channel with, and it intrigued me enough to subscribe.
That's
well, thank
awesome.
you.
We are going to be coming back with more Final Fantasy theories as soon as that Final Fantasy VII remaster starts to roll out.
Will we cover religion? Maybe. I could definitely see us revisiting that one because I think Final Fantasy X was a good example of it, and I would love to flesh it out with more games from the wider series, and especially as 7 comes out.
Yeah.
Jeremy Vaz, ideas on Warcraft or WoW theories.
I would love to do that. WoW is just so massive and it's so open-ended that it's really hard to make theories about those kinds of games, but we have done some World of Warcraft economics in the past.
Yeah, and so like if you're talking about those sorts of games, you have to do the sort of stuff that is more overarching rather than like, here's this one very specific moment of this one very specific area of the game.
Yeah.
So that's that. The Sahad we talked to.
Yep.
Clayton Tibb says, have you ever thought about having kids? Which we have talked about earlier. Yep. We have plenty of children already. Fun enough.
So many. They would just grow up already.
Cerillion says, you should check out the short film Hero, New Form Incubator by Dominic Fear, the same guy who did Laser Collection back in the day. He's made some amazing stories the past few years. We will absolutely do that. We will totally
check it out. Brian, I want to be the Bashi, great difficult platformer.
Yes, actually, I have downloaded I Want to Be the Bashi. I have played like the first level of it. It is incredibly hard. I love it though. I just haven't had enough time to really sit down and play it, but I have it downloaded. I'm loving it. And yeah, I could definitely see us doing it on the live stream at some point.
Yep.
Hands down.
Antioch, thank you 1,000 times for the advice. I fixed my channel while watching. Literally, theorists are the best. Game tutored amazing people from y'all just now. Love y'all. Best
Antioch, that's amazing.
Awesome.
I'm so glad that our advice worked. Thank you guys for supporting a fellow YouTuber who's looking to do good work.
Yeah.
Please continue to do so. Avery Millard and Lego Maitoku, thank you guys for donating. That's the last of them. So Antioch, it's funny, one of the first people to donate and also the last. It's like perfectly bookended itself.
Yeah.
So that was 437.
When we stopped. It was when we shut off Super Chat.
We got real good. Show this real quick.
I'm getting there. All right,
okay, so real quick.
The last one that came in was in 4:37. This is what we got in 37 minutes, you guys.
So in 37 minutes, this is everything. But we covered everything.
We got through everything. Thank you so much, you guys.
So sorry if you guys joined late
Yeah.
and wanted to be noticed or comment on.
Or
participate.
We got through as absolutely as much as we could, and this was a great experiment.
We had to cut it off because, as you can tell, it took us 2.5 hours. I just canceled a business dinner with a guy who's been waiting for it.
I've had to go to the bathroom for like an hour
Stephanie's
and a half.
had to go to a bathroom. But we wanted to get through this because that's how important you guys are to us. Obviously, this is a stream that you guys showed a lot of support for.
Thank you.
We're very excited about.
So much.
And so it tells us that this is something that we'll have to do again in the future.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
We promise we'll do it again. We love talking with you guys, and this was a really good way to kind of parse through and make sure that we were answering everyone's questions.
Thank you for answering all the questions we put to you as well.
Thank you guys so much for sticking through, for participating, for sending us your amazing questions and all of your phenomenal donations. You are awesome, and you blow us away every day. Earlier the question was, how do you guys deal with the haters and how do you keep staying positive and doing it? It's stuff like this.
Yeah, it's you guys.
The support that you guys give makes all the difference in the world and makes all of it worth it. And I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. So thank you guys for a wonderful, wonderful job and a wonderful life that you've given to us. Thank you for your support. And remember, that is just a stream, a live stream. I've got to hop into traffic.
I have to go to the bathroom so badly.
Joseph Fitz, I just got here. Denise,
bye-bye.
Crafty Type 1 just got here. Ruga and Sam Gaming Law.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Alberto Molina, can I get a clap and a half for my birthday on Monday? Yes. Tornado House. Can I get